Oh, you rocking the SpongeBob and the Patricks today.
Little something.
I see you. I see you.
You got to show.
It's fresh.
What happened? No.
What's up, Vince Arts?
Vince Arts, what is going on?
What's up? What's up?
So here we are back at it again. Got a lot of topics to talk about tonight. All kinds of news in the anime, gaming, movies, even a couple of topics that we just want to discuss ourselves. How's everybody doing?
It's on the show too.
Good, good.
Realizing.
Asia, did you want to
I don't know.
tell your
I saw
story,
it.
Asia, about I think did you want to tell the story?
Hey, what
Oh
up,
my
Greg?
gosh,
What's happening?
it's nerve wracking.
Asia had somebody comment that surprised her. It was I think it's the
Yeah.
debate with Tori. Well, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So on the clip between me and you, Tori, the one I think it was Wingstop over the size of the wings. Yeah. So I'm scrolling through comments, looking at them, and I see one that's like, Miss Thomas, is that you? And the wide eye emoji. I was just like, oh my gosh, time to private my Instagram page.
That's
For context,
Oh, for context.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So for context, I'm a teacher, and it's like one of my previous students who like found. So I don't know where this video is like going. That it's hit like
Everywhere.
Gen Z timeline or whatever. And the thing is, I tried to click on to see which student it was, but you know how they are. Like they don't post any pictures, and
it's
They-
just their pages are for lurking.
yeah, they're
Mhm.
they're just really private
Yep, yep.
pages.
we got a Ryan in the chat says, "Miss my fam, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you, appreciate you."
Appreciate it. But for real, some of these people in these comments need to chill.
You listen.
Especially like
Oh, can we
mint
can we talk
chocolate
about
chip-
that?
Let's talk
Well,
about it.
I
So-
don't. Hey,
Wait, we got to give the context first. So last week, y'all, we gave last stream
Mm.
we gave we did our whole fast food ranking, and somehow ice cream came up. Tori briefly gave his thoughts on how he hates.
mint chocolate ice cream. It's terrible. It's cold toothpaste. If you want cavities, but you want your breath to smell good. And I feel like it's quite ironic. It's in the comments. Some people were saying, "Well, his breath must stink." Like, no.
Well, so you done pissed off the mint chocolate fans. You didn't know that they ran deep.
Damn, listen. They showed their true colors. The
mint chocolate people don't
I
play
had-
around.
I had on a Snorlax hoodie, and they said, "Oh, that's a lot of talk from somebody who's sitting there dressed like a scoop of mint chocolate ice cream." First of all, Snorlax is not the same color as mint chocolate ice cream. Y'all need to get it
Teleport.
together. All right, first of all. And some of the stuff y'all was saying, ridiculous. It lets me know what kind of people eat mint chocolate ice cream. I stand on that. I will die on that hill.
Look, there was definitely some schism thrown around in the comments.
Big schisms. I'm talking about
Unnecessary.
the hardest of ours. I mean, big fat R's in the comments. It's crazy.
Racial
I
stereotypes.
done got called mammals that I should not be called. Like I'm talking about nothing but Curious George comments and whatnot. But it wasn't. They didn't say George. They said something else.
No Diddy
And this
Donkey
all
Kong.
Over some ice cream. Over some nasty ass mint chocolate ice cream.
First off, I still believe you're tripping on the ice cream itself. It's not that bad. Nobody's eating mint chocolate ice cream to actually get any sort of dental hygiene. It's a flavor. That's all it is. However, that being said, some of y'all gotta chill.
Whew.
Because like, isn't there enough hatred in the world already?
Listen.
Can we leave it out of
And
our
then-
talks?
And then there was one comment. Buddy said he hates mint chocolate ice cream, but I bet he likes watermelon flavored ice cream. And I looked at his profile, and he looked exactly how I thought he would look. I'm talking exactly. You hear somebody say that, you got that mental picture in your head. That's exactly what I saw. And I was like, as soon as I clicked on his profile, I was like, yep, there it is.
Yeah.
There, I'm talking about to the T, look just like him.
And Tori, I have a question. Before we move on from this, I just wanted to, can we add to this? We found out today that you also hate banana flavored ice
Banana
cream.
flavor. I don't like banana flavored anything besides a banana. Ironically,
You're not
don't
helping,
take it
Tori.
there. Don't take
You're
it.
not helping.
Don't take it there, because listen, I feel like why? Out of all the things you can focus on with flavor, especially the banana flavored Laffy Taffies, like out of all the flavors of Laffy Taffies, y'all decide to give banana flavor its own bag.
What about banana
What we
pudding?
doing?
Banana pudding.
Nah, I'm cool.
Oh, banana bread.
It's all right. Nah,
It's all right.
I'm cool. I don't
Okay.
have to have it.
I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but I do like it. There's a lot of comments here.
Yeah, let's go to the comment section
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
Fired down your day off. You was in here showing some love to, I think, butter pecan ice cream and some other kind. So what's up to you? The homie Greg, Jacob Jones,
Jacob Jones said you tripping.
Pepperoni, what was it? So many people. All y'all. Thank you. Shadow Brohan.
Appreciate y'all
Thank
being here.
y'all.
By
There's
the way,
another one I'm trying to remember. All of you, thank you so much for pulling up. You could be anywhere else right now, and for some reason,
and
you still keep showing up to listen to us
thank you.
yap for 3
And
hours.
I hope
Clockwork Animal. There we go.
I hope none of y'all have to experience the isms I have in these past couple days. You know, someone even someone said I need the game over screen earlier today.
Over some ice cream.
They said, "Hey, game over screen. Mint chocolate ice cream is great." Like literally, I'm like, "Damn, it's like that."
So, as you can see, the One Piece fandom has met their match in sheer toxicity
That's
on
crazy.
the internet.
One Piece fans ain't never said nothing like that.
I'm
Never.
very surprised. But anyway, shall we get into our topic?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Y'all want to start with Dragon Ball Super? Should we start there?
For sure,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah. Start with Dragon Ball Super. So Dragon Ball new projects have been announced. Even on the gaming side too. I think they announced DLC for
Sparking Zero.
yes, and
for
then
anybody
Here's the
that's still
thing:
playing.
they're announced DLC for Sparking Zero, but Sparking Zero's gameplay has gone down. People gave up on that game real quick.
Yeah,
It
kind of a
just-
waste, honestly.
It did not hold up to what people thought it would be.
going to the chat briefly, Papa Fresh says they need to let Dragon Ball go and let it just die. So we're going to address that. So real quick, just for the chat. So the two projects that were announced are doing the Beerus remake, right, the movie, and then they're continuing the Dragon Ball Super story.
Galactic Patrol. I think
Yes, right. I believe so. Yeah, I'll confirm that's the title, but I believe that's the title of it. But yeah, I mean, so it is coming back. A lot of people are really, really hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like myself, I am a casual Dragon Ball. I grew up with it, and then now I kind of pay attention a little bit. I'm no hater of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed that Dragon Ball has lasted as long as it has. But
it's not as surprising. Now, I'm in the camp, as I've stated many streams now, Dragon Ball and Star Wars have a very parallel history for me, where I rocked heavy with it growing up, and then at a certain point I just stopped, where I felt like continuing at this point is kind of unnecessary. But I'm still happy for my fellow Dragon Ball fans that they're still getting content and they seem to be enjoying it. So, and I think this arc is something that they've been really looking forward to. So.
That's I've heard a lot about. Tori, you said you're familiar with the villain.
Yeah.
Or is it the?
I mean,
without
giving any spoilers, he's supposed to be a big deal. You know.
Yeah, it seems like Dragon Ball fans really get to eat, so I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even hate. I mean, Dragon Ball fans, maybe one of the few anime fans. Listen, they guarantee
it's almost transcended anime.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you get movies, you get games. I mean, you got tons of merch. Any store you go to gonna have some Dragon Ball merch somewhere. So they get a lot. So
Macaroni, what's happening?
What up, Shaq?
What's good, Shaq?
Yeah. I guess so. As far as staying on the topic,
and figures he would comment that. What he said.
He read it for hentai.
People, I read Dragon Ball as a H at first before it was a manga. Look here, man. Love you to death. Got to get you back on the stream at some point, but chill. This ain't the hear me out stream yet. Okay.
So if everybody just real quick rapid fire, what is like everybody's think that the main reason that Dragon Ball is still, I mean, going as strong as it has? I mean,
people love Goku.
Is that is that all it is?
People love Goku and Vegeta.
Okay.
And they don't want that story to end.
Asia, what's your reasoning? What's your thoughts?
It's that, and also, how old is Dragon Ball? Like 40 years?
Yeah, no, that was their 40th. I think that was 40th year anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm with Pepperoni. Dragon Ball fans are spoiled. They are like, and I love that for them. I'm happy for Dragon Ball fans. This is great. I don't know why.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to get it?
Yeah,
I don't know why we keep watching anime about the terrorist man Goku. You can't kill him. You can't put them in a jar. You can't do nothing to this man. He doesn't want to keep killing, and then Uno reverse people.
I mean, look, to say my piece on why Dragon Ball has lasted this long, I mean, I think there's both a casual and a hardcore appeal. Obviously there's a lot of nostalgia attached to it. It's part of the culture. It's not going away. But I think, it still hits all those beats of like modern shonen anime that I think a lot of people like, and it's got its legacy attached to it. So I think it's just kind of firing on all of its cylinders. Now, whether you agree with some of the new decisions or not, it's up to you, but it is what it is. Dragon Ball's here to stay.
I wish that they would get Goten and Trunks. They're just due. Everybody, no, listen. You say no, but a big chunk of the fandom would love to see Gotenks in some serious work. They're well deserved of it. It's been too long. They need it.
I mean, we'll put it this way: Goten and Trunks are grown now, ain't they?
They should be. I mean, they're
In
teens.
Super?
No,
Or
no, they're
teenagers?
No, they're like, I don't know, probably like 8 or 9, maybe.
So they're still kids.
Still kind of, but I
Will
feel
they
like
still not shut the fuck up? Like,
I mean, they talk just as much trash as Vegeta does.
Okay, well, you know what? They can still stay on the bench for all I care. I'm taking a hard stance on this. I can do without Gotenks. Yeah, no.
We need more Gotenks.
So to what about this though? How much do we give the studio any credit? I mean, Toei Animation, they have there were some missteps, but overall I would say that quality has still been there. Again, there was some missteps, but I still think for the movies they show out and stuff like that, I still think do we give credit to Toei Animation at all for just having the bar set here and continuing to raise it, keeping people interested, et cetera, et cetera? Do we give them any credit? The animation or nah?
From a personal standpoint, yes and no.
Yes and no, what's that mean?
Just in the sense that, like, for me, I think Dragon Ball has lost a good deal of charm since the old days. Now, even for like GT, while it definitely wasn't hitting as well as like a lot of moments in Dragon Ball Z, I think if you look back at like Dragon Ball Z, the art is very inconsistent. And like you can tell when it's going between like one artist and animator or one set of artists and animators to another. But in the points where it really hit. And even some of like the kind of inconsistencies and imperfections of Toriyama's original artwork. Did someone gift this up? What happened?
Yeah. Shakaroni. Appreciate the gift.
Hey,
right on.
Appreciate it. Thank
Shakaroni,
you. So
thank you. Appreciate you.
Interrupted my very I'm kidding.
And Julian, what's up? What's up?
What's up, Julian? But no, it's like you look at like Dragon Ball Z and even original Dragon Ball and some of GT, there was a charm there. But then when you look at like modern Dragon Ball, it's very uniform and it's a little bit too clean cut.
But what about because recently, what about the CG anime though? They've kind of been playing around with that.
I mean, I haven't really
Oh, you haven't seen those? Yeah.
But just from like the artwork that I have seen and some of the action scenes, like I really like the Jiren versus Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. I thought that scene was pretty cool. But it does kind of reek a little bit of the modern anime action scene style of camera and act like this all over the place. You know what I'm talking about. But obviously that works for people. So
yeah. I mean, I'm actually kind of curious myself, so honestly, I may check it out. I know that I actually did start watching Daima recently, despite some criticism I've seen, but I'm gonna check it out for myself and see. But overall, I mean, I'm hyped for the anime community because I do think that even though I'm not the most hardcore Dragon Ball fan, I feel like just because that anime is so popular, it kind of just brings up the genre overall because Dragon Ball is just going to be in places that other anime just aren't in. I mean, for example, I know Tori, you love to bring up that Luffy was in the Macy's parade, but Goku was the only one there forever. You know what I'm saying?
He's the grandfather.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He's the GOAT.
Oh, nice.
Wait, I didn't bring it up.
I was waiting for somebody to bring it up. Before the show, I asked the group how long before someone mentions One Piece. But okay, 15 minutes in.
Don't matter.
Might have broken a record here. But
it's pretty good for us.
I didn't say anything. I didn't have to say anything.
Got a comment from Damn One Man here from the YouTube. First off, what's up?
What's happening?
I don't think they should end Dragon Ball series. Agree. I just think they should make it more emotional, like destroy the Dragon Balls and make Goku get brutally killed. That's one way to go about it. I do agree that I think some of the emotional stakes maybe don't ring as heavy as they did in some of the Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball Z days. But
you've sent me some really cool clips where there's some really heart-wrenching scenes in Dragon Ball. And
anytime Vegeta dies, I cry like a biatch because so I will not buy it from anybody that says that Dragon Ball does not have its real genuine or emotional moments because they're really there. But I do feel like some of that gets diminished over time. Even like I said, as much as I like the Jiren versus Master Instinct Goku fight in Super. I like that fight a lot. But then when it goes to the part where like Jiren tries to kill all of Goku's friends because of his own backstory and his philosophy, and then Goku goes into like the rage mode of "You tried to hurt my friends!" Like,
You know, Jiren.
I get it, but at the same time, it doesn't hit quite as hard as like it would in previous shows because it would like really take its time to let you actually feel what was going on. That's just my opinion.
Jiren was acting like Thanos, kind of. He's like he wanted to destroy because of his backstory.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like the stakes are just inconsistent because there are like I said, you know, the trope that I hate the most is when someone has to die for somebody to get their power up, but yet and still the stakes are always on the line, lives are always on the line, and it takes somebody to get killed or whatever. But that was my big issue with the future Trunks backstory
Mm-hmm.
because in Gohan, he reached Super Saiyan 2 because Android 16 got killed. But then that same Gohan watched everybody die and he never reached the next level.
Well, there's probably an explanation there of like he wasn't like, first off, he was trying to become Super Saiyan just in general in that timeline. Whereas in this one, he had already trained with his dad. He'd already had that breakthrough, learned how to become Super Saiyan, and then learned how to go even past that and become Super Saiyan 2.
But everybody was dying one by one, and it took that long. But like I said, the stakes are always inconsistent when it comes to Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
Well, the thing that actually I'm kind of curious about going into like this new arc, because when you look at like
Hydration.
when you look at like where things ended, like ended with Dragon Ball Super last time, where you had like these big tournaments where entire universes and timeline multiverses were at stake. How do you follow that up? What you gonna do? Because it's almost like a similar thing with the shit that Mortal Kombat's doing right now, where it's like they tried to have their big old MCU multiverse timeline bullshit. So then it's like, now what are you gonna do? Because now they're stuck. Because now they can't lower the stakes from there, but also everybody just wants you to just move on and just take it to a more grounded place. So is that what this is gonna do? Or how many more stakes and how many more transformations does Dragon Ball have left in it? You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? I wonder
how many times can you recolor the same transformations we've already had already?
Is Gohan going to bring the his beast form in this next season?
Maybe he'll reach Beast Super Saiyan 2.
Who knows? All I know is I hope Gotenks get some shine.
I saw a comment I wanted us to make sure we didn't miss. It was from Papa Fresh on Twitch. Papa Fresh mentioned, side note, want to point out the Sherlock Holmes anime you suggested hits. So, Asia, I believe that was your suggestion.
Moriarty the Patriot?
I believe so. Papa Fresh, are you referring to Moriarty the Patriot?
Oh, because that is my favorite.
Yeah, I think we have like, one episode left?
Yeah.
On that? Yeah.
No, and I'm gonna start. I want to start Vinland Saga after we finish it. That's gonna be the next one. But I'm gonna be so sad once it's over because I love Moriarty the Patriot.
But also thank you to all 22 of you beautiful, cool people for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
20. Damn. Okay. I turned my head and okay. Hey, appreciate y'all.
Somebody's mic is like rustling. I don't know if it's.
Is that me?
I can't tell. I hear something.
Jacket, but
okay.
What about now?
I don't hear it now, but I heard it earlier. Right. Okay, y'all ready for the next topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're bouncing around here from gaming, anime, movies, and Papa Fresh says yes, that was it. So Asia,
awesome.
You had a great recommendation. If y'all haven't seen on Crunchyroll, Asia, you want to give your pitch?
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, it is what's it called? Saying it?
Moriarty the person.
Yeah. Moriarty the Patriot. It is a Sherlock Holmes inspired anime. It features like all the great villains of Sherlock Holmes and all the really cool characters.
Moriarty was the number one villain.
Moriarty was the number one and honestly the best villain, and they do a really good job of like giving his life story and how he came to be Moriarty and everything. It's
Cut Wars.
You like it? No, it's really good. Highly recommend if you like good mysteries, detective stuff, and like the whole eat the rich theme. It's really good.
Okay. All right, I can get down with that.
Yeah.
Funny thing from the hot take that we got with the recommendation for what was it, Michiko and Hachin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do low key want to check that out. Not gonna
Oh, nice. Tell me what you think of it when you finally do.
Most definitely.
It's on Crunchyroll, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's already saved to my list.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So we're bouncing around here from different topics and genres. genres and things like that. So the Mario Galaxy movie is coming out in April. They had a new trailer come out recently. This one featured a lot of Yoshi for the first time. So we got to see Yoshi and everything.
Did they show more of Rosalina or no?
Did you see the meme coming that came out?
The meme?
Yeah, the meme they got saying.
Or what's the when?
They saying Kendrick Lamar voice Yoshi.
Does he sound like him?
It's like a point in the speech where he says it sounds like he says when he said bomb in that one song. Yeah, it's been.
Oh, okay. This sounds like some like Kendrick stands just kind of glazing.
I don't know if it was Kendrick Stan.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody.
I understand. Yeah, I
Kendrick fans trying to inject
No,
themselves into
Stans.
something.
Yeah, just like injecting is like, oh, that's a Kendrick. It's almost like, yeah, it's
a little narrative you're trying to.
No, I mean, Kendrick fans are kind of like JoJo fans. Were like, oh, is that a JoJo reference? Like anything that any rapper does, oh, that's about Kendrick. It's like,
I don't know. That sounds like a Drake thing.
So hold on, who brought up Drake? Whoa, why are you bringing up Drake?
See, we should honestly, Joe, we should have timed how long it was going to be before Drake came into the conversation.
Man,
I'm trying to talk about Mario Galaxy.
I mean, usually Dave tries to avoid it on stream because he's not trying to get some. Anyway,
I'm bringing up Mario Galaxy. So they showed a lot of Yoshi.
Yes.
And like I said, trailer to me looked dope. I really don't even need another trailer. The trailer was great. I am level 10 hype for Mario Galaxy, the movie. I also feel like Nintendo's probably going to announce some sort of game tie-in at some point. I don't know.
Oh, you think?
I think so. I think it just makes sense to capitalize on the movie with with some other game or something. But what's everybody's hype level for the Mario movie? Well, Mario Galaxy movie right now.
I'm excited for it only because I want to hear the Japanese.
Only? Wait, what?
I want to hear the Japanese version because I told y'all that.
Oh yeah, you hate Chris Pratt's voice, right?
What? When did I say that?
I thought you did. My bad.
I never said that. Where you coming up with these narratives from?
I thought I could have sworn maybe it was Joe. I thought somebody here said they didn't like his voice acting.
I said I wanted to hear the Japanese because the Japanese version of the Mario Galaxy movie is going to have the Japanese voice actors for All Might and Deku doing Bowser and Bowser Jr.
That'd be cool.
You said the voice actor of All Might?
The All Might and All Might and Deku from My Hero from the Japanese.
Really?
Japanese dub.
I like the All Might voice actor.
Oh gosh. So the Archetype 90 says very Drake sounding from the guy in the back. That's crazy.
Glad we're not the only ones that see it.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Is that Orion says thank you for watching. Thank y'all for the great content. Hey, we got more coming.
Thank you.
More content on the way. And by the way, if y'all are on Instagram, feel free to go over to YouTube or Twitch. Links are in our bios, but y'all are welcome to watch there as well. But Asia, Mario Galaxy hype. You just saw the trailer. I remember we watched it together. What you think?
No, really enjoyed it. It's super. I'm just really excited for the movie. I really like the first one. I'm just ready. Yeah, let's get it.
Who here hadn't seen? Somebody here hadn't seen the Mario movie. Who was that?
Not initially, but I did watch it on that plane trip.
Okay, so, that's what it was. Yeah, you've seen it now. Tori, you've seen it?
Yeah. It would be nice for me to watch it again with actual decent audio this time. But even without
movie night.
I mean, I'm down.
We should do it.
Can you do that on like stream and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I've seen people.
We should do that.
Okay.
I mean, hell, if you want me to bring some movies to the table, I could find something we can enjoy.
Yeah, Snyder cut of.
There goes Drake.
That would take too long, but I'm glad you think. I like the way
Snyder
you think.
cut. Something Snyder cut. I know.
I was gonna trick Dave into watching a horror movie, but close enough.
That's what I thought you were trying to do. Yeah. Okay.
I want to acknowledge a couple comments here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pepperoni says, "I'm still upset it's not a Luigi's Mansion movie. It would have made a great Halloween movie."
I thought they still can. There's still time.
Of course. I mean, look, it's a franchise at this point, and I don't even feel like it was that long since we got the first movie.
No, they're making this pretty quick.
Yeah, so I think give it some time. We'll get there. Also,
Devlin, what's happening?
What's up, Devlin?
What up, Devlin?
Also, Orion, with that very blue, sorry if I pronounce it. No, don't thank us for watching. I thank you guys for the great content. Hey, look.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another really good comment from Instagram real quick to add to that. I think I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it looks like pneumonia, I think is the name. I don't know how to.
Where are you looking at?
How do you Panone? How do you?
Numa? I don't know.
Pneumonia. I'm sorry, we messed up your name on Instagram.
Pneumonia.
What's it? How do you say that?
Numa.
Okay. Numa. Thank you. So
Nick, what?
Numa says on Instagram, hey, I love you guys. Opinion and funny moments. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ignore them comments. They was tripping in there.
Yeah, listen.
We gonna ignore them together.
To all 31 of you beautiful people, cheers to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What up, Barry Allen?
So you're the one responsible for this timeline.
I didn't know Zack Snyder said, yeah.
Oh, that Grant Gustin
He
is
said-
not going to be in the DC.
Yeah, somebody commented and asked, "Hey, can Grant Gustin be the Flash?" He said he was already the Flash for 9 seasons.
No, and you know what? I agree.
And that was it.
Oh, you wouldn't want to see him?
Hell no.
Who would you want as the
Move
Flash?
on.
New.
Somebody.
Fresh, somebody fresh, or like somebody we already know.
I mean, first off, I'm not invested in this DCU anyway. But second, if
We'll
if
get
you
you back
are
in,
going to
Joe.
move forward, just cast somebody else. There are so many actors in Hollywood that can all bring their own unique spin to a character. Stop getting hung up on the same actors from old shit.
Tom Holland as Barry Allen.
Why
Timothy
specifically
Chalamet.
Tom Holland?
What?
Why specifically Tom Holland?
I could see him doing it.
I mean, you probably could. I mean, Tom Holland's a great actor, so I'm sure he'd do fine. But again, why you gotta? Do you realize how many other hungry, starving actors there out there just waiting for their shot?
But also, we don't want Tom Holland playing 2 superheroes at the same time. Maybe kind of. That's whack. That's whack.
Yeah.
It's greedy. That's all.
Why don't you think that's kind of you're kind of glazing him for you want to? You want Tom Holland to play
My bad. I think Drake should be Barry Allen.
Why are you bringing up Drake?
I think that's what should be happening.
I'm just wondering why.
No. Drake should be an X-Men because he's already the Iceman. The Iceman? Yeah, let him be in the X-Men.
This is crazy. I'm just wondering why do you want him to? Why do you want a man? Why do you?
I just said hey. He should. And you say I'm glazing him.
I mean, a little bit. Like just saying that you want him to play 2 roles. One is enough.
I never even said he's such a phenomenal actor. He's got to be Barry. I didn't say none of that.
I didn't say you said
that. Let's pick Tom Holland. You said, oh, yeah, you glaze. What could I have said that didn't sound glazish to you?
To have him to play 2 superhero roles is a little much.
He's not the only person that's done it.
Who else has done it at the same time?
What's his name? Ryan Reynolds did it. Who else?
You were giving the worst examples. That was.
It don't matter. He still did it.
Those was terrible movies.
He don't even like that movie.
Yeah, but he still did it.
It didn't work.
He still did it.
People don't want to see it. No, it doesn't exist.
No, there's more people that did it. There's more people that did
not
the
same time.
At the same time. Yes,
no, not for major characters.
Yes, they did.
No,
I'm telling you, I'm gonna come with the facts, just for you, just for you.
Not to play into this narrative, but didn't the dude that did Thanos not too long after that play Cable?
Oh,
at the same time.
He did. Hydrate. But also, I feel like that's a little bit different because,
it's the same thing, man.
Thanos was heavy CGI and everything. You couldn't even tell.
But he still has to wear the outfit and with the dots all over his face and do the mocap or whatever. He still has to do that when he's doing it.
Yeah, but Barry Allen has to have you have to see him. I don't know. Pepperoni, why y'all on Tori's head like that? No, we is not on his head. Look how crazy. Tori got I
didn't do anything.
The Tori defense for us.
You should have heard. You should have heard when he called me before stream.
What?
Who? This is
that Al. That's who.
That's crazy.
He called me a name I can't say right now.
We're gonna transition.
Vince Art says Chris Evans. He was the Human Torch, and then
these are like dang near a decade apart.
Okay, fair.
Yes. No, but there were some that they were doing at the same time.
When you bring the facts to the table, we'll discuss them.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
You know what?
Okay. No, Tor,
back to what we were
Tor, what you do for the next topic though? Jason, Supergirl.
Supergirl.
The movie is coming out. Joe is obviously very excited.
Shut your ass.
Okay. At least Asia is excited.
I am.
Okay, Asia is genuinely excited. And they showed Lobo. Tori, that is one of your characters you said that you really like. We all think Lobo looks awesome. I mean, as far as Jason Momoa as Lobo looks cool. There was some backlash online. I'm trying to understand. Some people felt like he looked like, I saw a comment that said reject kiss. I'm like, nah, y'all tripping. He looks cool. So, but Tori, anybody deep dives on what y'all think is what's going on here?
I'm not familiar. I wasn't familiar with Lobo the villain, so I did some research on it. And yeah, I think they couldn't have casted it any better. Jason Momoa looks like him. The makeup and everything looks great. I didn't get the backlash. I just think people complaining just to complain.
At this point, people just want to see what they see in the comic books or in the animated stuff. They don't want to see the real live action anymore. They want their people to look like the damn avatars. I want you to look like them, but be something else at the same time.
But isn't these the same people that try to praise James Gunn's DCU saying, oh, this is the comic accurate Superman. He's got the trunks again. Like, it's the same shit. But for me personally, and look, y'all know me, if I had my way, if they didn't hold me hostage, I wouldn't even bother with the Supergirl movie. I'm not the biggest. I'm not like against. I don't hate Lobo.
Who's holding
but-
hostage?
Yo, we've already talked about this.
Just say go see
Hey,
it.
hey,
Get your hands off me, bro.
hey, we talked about this.
Hands off me, bro. So, like I said, I'm not really invested. I don't really care for the movie itself. While I don't hate the character of Lobo, I just haven't really grown up with him outside of like a few appearances here and there. So I can't call myself a dedicated Lobo fan. But as somebody who's known him casually, and I look at Jason Momoa as Lobo, knowing he's a fan of the character, and it seems like good casting, and he looks fine to me. So I personally don't understand where the hate for Jason Momoa's Lobo is coming from. I think that's a better casting choice than casting him as Blanca in a Street Fighter movie. And even I'm not complaining about that. So I don't know where all this hate's coming from personally. But
So wait a minute, there go another. I just proved my
Aquaman.
point.
Uh-oh.
I know. I was
That
just
man
thinking that.
filming Street Fighter and Supergirl at the same time.
He got us. Tori wins
And he
again.
Aquaman.
I'm going to give Tori credit where
he
credit's due.
got one. Okay.
And Darren the Awesome, we see you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Tori is correct in that.
And I think Chris Evans was filming that one movie with the people that were shooting. Like they was kind of like Expendables, but they wasn't. I think he was filming that and Fantastic Four at the same time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
But what character was that?
He was a shooter. It was a comic book movie.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it.
Mm.
Ben
Shooter.
Shark says Lobo looks great in the midst of a low hope movie. Damn.
Why do we not have faith in Supergirl?
I have faith in it.
Yeah, I think she's gonna do great. I know you had a problem with her.
I
I
understand.
know you had a problem with her cameo in the Superman movie.
Yeah, I didn't.
So like I felt like that already just set you off on just not being interested in the movie whatsoever.
I mean, look,
once that happened.
I've already said my piece about why I just don't care to watch it in general. But again, I know y'all are gonna force me to do it anyway. So
Force you.
yeah, y'all, I'm telling you, this is my request for help. I'm telling you, I'm kept hostage. If I had my way, I would just stay home. You know what? Aren't the same people in the comments that be like, well, if you don't like the movie so much, don't watch it. What you even bought? I would love to.
We talked about this, Joe.
Don't touch me again.
We talked about
Don't.
this.
Joe, there's a question for you from Darren the Awesome.
Darren says, Joe, have you seen the new Resident Evil gameplay footage? Shit looks fire.
Fire. Pronounce it
Mhm.
correctly. No, Resident Evil Requiem is looking so dope right now. February can't get here fast enough because
It's like
I'm
next week.
sorry. Huh?
It's like next week.
Well, got to wait a couple more weeks after that.
Ah.
It drops late February, but there's other cool games coming out between that, so that's fine.
Asia, go ahead.
Let's go. So the Black Up said, what's good, Trap Team? Also, Asia was right about Cinnabon.
What you
Just
say about
saying.
Cinnabon?
That they have poor customer service and they serve crunchy, hard.
It depends on where
Cinnamon
you go.
rolls.
You left with
No,
a crunchy-
Black Up was backing her up, saying, "Hey, they went and
They probably left with a crunchy one as well, but didn't say nothing.
But here's the thing: they shouldn't have to because
It
as
was
a paying customer-
probably at the end of the shift, and they done already turned the ovens off. They was
Oh,
like,
those are the ones that you would have gone and gotten, right?
no. Mine would have
No,
been
because you
hot.
said you get the leftover ones.
I got some. They weren't crunchy. They definitely wasn't crunchy.
Oh, you had some softs.
I had
fresh
they
for you
was
then, right
mixed.
before they threw them away.
They was mixed. She throw some in right before they turn them off.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. We know what that means. Yeah.
Tori, this is a good question for you, though. By the way, we got Ziggy from YouTube asking, there's a new death battle coming, Ichigo versus
Yusuke Urameshi.
Yeah.
That's a Joe one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know because it depends. Well, they probably gonna go all the way to the end of Yu Yu Hakusho, and they probably gonna pick Ichigo's strongest Bankai. So I don't know. They could go either way.
Who you got? Oh, just
I want Yusuke to win because I'm not really a fan. I'm not a huge fan of Bleach. So I hope Yusuke get it.
By the way, Wigfall 99.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe keeps getting forced to watch these movies. He don't want to say thank you. I'm glad somebody understands. Somebody feels my pain.
Listen, y'all, don't let Joe. This whole thing. Joe loves to talk about these things. Okay,
Yeah.
Joe likes to hate. All right, it's just Joe's story. Both of them.
I like talking about stuff I like too. Clearly,
yes,
why
they do.
haven't y'all watched
You like like 5 things.
Why
though,
haven't
Joe.
y'all watched It Welcome to Dairy yet so we can have a conversation about it?
We don't
Hold on. Why hasn't Tori watched it? That's the real question. Because he's
What? Tori cheated, bro. If you just reached out to a brother, I would have got you the access to HBO Max.
I got
I live
everything.
right upstairs.
I got everything I needed.
Okay. All right, so we're going to bounce around topics here. So they just announced, this one is a brand new one, y'all. So they just announced Gundam live action. I believe it's coming to Netflix. And they said that casting is going to star Sydney Sweeney. Are we hyped?
I'm not hyped. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, like, she has not been on my radar, and I have not seen anything she's been in.
You didn't like her?
Euphoria?
I won't. Who?
No Euphoria?
Oh, she's in that?
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names. I
yeah.
just saw the show, but like I said, she hasn't been on my radar. And as of lately, I mean, I've seen like last one. Was that Rue or Roe? Rue?
Rue?
Rue? She was crashing out on somebody. That was like the last episode I saw, and I haven't seen anything since. But like I didn't even know that Sydney Sweeney was in
Yeah,
there.
she's in that.
She hasn't been on my radar. I've only seen pictures of her and heard people talk about her, but
But I have a question, but is it a good or bad thing? Because on one hand, you could see it as, okay, hey, they're making a live action Netflix movie and they're getting I don't want to say top talent, but they're getting a top star.
No, she's big.
She's a huge.
She's up and coming.
She's a huge.
Is she though?
Yes,
she is.
she's a big star
I'm not
now.
Hey, she is coming up as a star.
Okay,
let's talk about this real quick.
Wait a minute, but you know what this feels like to me? This feels like another Scarlett Johansson Ghost in Shell run.
How do you know?
They taking this hot actress and throwing her in an anime movie, regardless of anything else, and hoping that
it'll draw the crowd.
The eye candy will bring in the ticket sales. That's what it feels like.
Well, look, first of all, when it comes to
I don't think Ghost in Shell went pretty well with
the ScarJo.
I mean, that movie I'm sure had its issue. I wouldn't mind actually seeing it all the way through, but I think the issue there was like you have a Japanese character being played by like an American actress, so that's going to be a little off. Which there's other stuff involved about like having a fully prosthetic body, so it's a whole thing. My issue
I
with
was
this
never big on Gundam either, so that.
Well, the thing with Gundam is like, I mean, Sydney Sweeney's casting probably makes more sense because unless she's playing a character with a blatantly Japanese name, I don't know. But for me, it's like at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of Sydney Sweeney at all. I think she's probably a bad person. Not really a fan of her aesthetic. But
what about her acting?
I mean, I haven't seen much, so
that's what some would say we should be judging that first.
Here's the interesting thing. Hold on, because I hear that she's actually a good actress.
Yeah, because she is.
The problem, however, is a lot of her movies as of late have turned into some box office.
Didn't she do Cinderella or something like that?
Some of which is her own fault.
Yes and no. It depends. Like, for example, she had the boxing movie she did. What was it called?
Oh, that flopped really bad.
That one did bad, but then she.
I think there was
what
one
Disney movie
did
she do this flop?
No, she did a movie recently. She did a movie with Amanda Seyfried, right?
Oh, the
Housemaid or something. Yeah, Housemaid or something like that. That movie actually, from what I recall, that did really well in box office.
Did she do Snow White or something like that?
Snow White?
No.
What was that? What was that?
I don't think she's done anything Disney.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think it's not terrible because like we're getting star power at least. We're not just getting like there's not gonna be no low budget bull. If you're getting Sydney Sweeney, she is like probably in the top 10 actresses right now as far as popularity goes.
Madam Web flopped bad.
Yeah,
but I feel like whatever sort of social currency that Sydney Sweeney has right now is very shaky for a number of reasons. And like I said, I will never really advocate for her because of like how she handled the whole like American Eagle jeans ad thing.
That whole thing.
Yeah. And I don't care what anybody says, that was clearly a dog whistle. And the fact that when she was pressed about it directly, she tried to wave it away, have nothing to say. She gave her little, I think whenever I have something to talk about, people will know. And then when it actually blew up in her face, then she had to come out and say something after her movie flopped, because how are you going to try to promote a movie about a lesbian and female empowered boxer when you've cultivated this audience that hates women? So why did you think that was going to work? So then she tried to backpedal and say, hey, I disavow hatred. But you know what? It's too little too late. You've already shown your true colors. So I don't really care for Sydney Sweeney on just an actual interperson level. But even before all that, I didn't even think she was all that. Like her face is all right, but she's got a good chest. But then aside from that, what else you got? She's not even a natural blonde. So what are we doing here? Just saying. you're welcome, I'd Noah.
I think I've seen her in some stuff. I don't think she's a bad actress. Personally, like I said, I think that this does add star power. I think this is a popularity move.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah.
And it just adds,
agree.
yeah, it's a popularity move. They're trying to make this is a business. There's like, at the end of the day, it's like who you pick sometimes is not always based on who is the best talented actress. It's also about draw and optics.
The good eye candy.
And eye candy,
I feel like
optics.
she's kind of like a Megan Fox, but like a more talented.
Yeah, I would say
one.
that's not a terrible comparison.
Yeah, but I mean, I can probably have more respect for Megan Fox, not so much as an actress, but just in how I think that, you know, you can look back at a movie like Jennifer's Body, and I feel like there was a lot more substance going on than people gave it credit for.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, I'll say this. When it comes to the Gundam movie, I'll probably check for it just because I'm a fan of Gundam. I'm a fan of Mecha. But it's probably going to be a very similar scenario for me as Amber Heard in the Snyder Cut of Justice League, where I've got to acknowledge, hey, she's here. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but what can you do?
And maybe she'll surprise you. Maybe she'll do a good job.
But she still will not get any forgiveness from me.
I feel it.
As she should not.
Blackout, we're going to save your One Piece question for when Tori comes back. So we got you. Just hold that briefly. Another thing, too, and I know we'll get Tori's thoughts when he comes back, too, is this was not necessarily a topic, but more of a discussion that we wanted to have here. This is a gaming topic, y'all, so we're switching over to a little bit of gaming stuff. Me and Asia both are not the biggest fans of puzzles in games. So we were having a debate internally, and we're bringing that to the chat here. In general, when it comes to any gaming adventure games, when it comes to any puzzle, personally, I always hate them. I feel like it takes away from the action and everything. Asia, give your piece on puzzles, and we'll hear Joe's next.
Yeah, I think for me, when I go to game, I want to get away from just the puzzle that is life already.
Thinking too hard.
I just don't want to think too hard. And so when I get to a puzzle, especially like a difficult one, like in the Uncharted games, I get so frustrated because if I really want to have to think that hard, I would have read a book. You know what I'm saying? I'd pick up a book and read. But I think it just slows down the fun in the game when you have these really difficult puzzles. And I think any puzzle that takes longer than 3 to 5 minutes is ridiculous. 2 minutes?
If it takes 2 minutes to do a puzzle in a game,
I'll give it 5 minutes just because I'm working on my patience.
Okay.
But after that, it's just like, no, the game is doing too much. Let's get back to the action. Let's get back to the good stuff.
And by the way, yes, Julian and Papa Fresh, Zelda games are notoriously known for the puzzles. So those two, I in general. But Joe, you love puzzles in games.
Can I say this real? Black Up says, I like puzzles. They test your intelligence, and in games, I don't want my intelligence being tested.
All right, okay, let's talk about that.
I just want to have fun. Let me have fun.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm gaming for.
Go ahead.
Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about which games y'all are playing. So, okay, y'all play Tetris. Did y'all still play Tetris?
Every once in a while, but we're talking about these are mostly adventure games.
Yeah.
But you'll accept, that's basically still a puzzle. You've still got to actively think in real time to make your decisions in Tetris, correct? And this is what you enjoy, right? Okay, so let's take it away from Tetris. Which games are y'all playing that you have this issue with puzzle?
Every game, Spider-Man, Uncharted.
That was literally the premise of the game.
I skip every puzzle if I can.
You had to solve puzzles. Tomb Raider.
Skip.
I hate those. Oh, Tomb Raider puzzles were
Zelda. I hate when I played Breath of the Wild. Oh, the temple puzzles, whatever. Now I am not a puzzle guy. I hate puzzles in games. I'm trying to shoot, fight, flip, slap, etc., etc. Like, okay, in a game where I'm shooting people, there's explosions, I'm jumping off of buildings, and then it's like, hey, now stop and put together a million pieces to this puzzle thing and spend 20 minutes thinking, and this. Like, whoa, we was just shooting people and doing flips and choreography, and now I'm putting together puzzles and stuff in a dungeon.
There was one that was so hard. Didn't we end up pulling up the YouTube video?
We had to, and y'all be doing that too.
I don't do that.
No, you do.
I don't do that.
Come on. I
solved the puzzle. I've done it.
Every single one. What's the longest you've ever spent on a puzzle?
I don't know.
Will you go longer than 5 minutes?
It usually don't take me that long to solve the puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Most anytime, like a lot of those puzzles usually have patterns, and once you can figure out those patterns, it's easy. But I like puzzles in games.
But when you get used to actually like thinking it out, like it's kind of a skill that you develop. So even for me, like when you talk about like looking up the answers or whatever, depending on what game I play,
I just rage quit Papa
I'm a
Fresh.
Papa
Thank you. That's me too.
Same.
We don't rage quit around here. I will never advocate for that, especially as an FGC member. But
Yeah, I can't do
like there'll be times where it's like, if I'm in a non-competitive setting, if I am just trying to chill and enjoy a game, sometimes I'll take my certain shortcuts. Like if I play Returnal, there'll be like certain mods that I'll add where it'll lower the cost of certain items in a shop, or it'll make certain resources more available just to make things more enjoyable for me. But again, it's a non-competitive setting. I can play the game however I want. If I play, like when I first played Metroid Dread, when that first dropped, there were 2 points where I got a little bit lost. And I was like, okay, where do I need to go next? So I just looked it up on the internet. And then as soon as I found it, I was like, oh shit, I could have figured that out. There were times when I was solving puzzles and challenges in the game where I later found out I literally took the most roundabout and most difficult way to actually solve this, this speed boosting puzzle. But that's part of the fun for me, is like there's multiple ways to solve this certain problem. And as many people in the chat have mentioned, Resident Evil is very popular for their occasional puzzles and something. And that ties into the philosophy that they're really hitting home with Resident Evil Requiem, of like the flow of tension and release. Of like, you have your high octane moments of you're constantly under pressure and in danger, constantly hacking and slashing, shooting or whatever, or slapping, as Dave says. But you can't be on go at like that all the time. Otherwise, it's going to be exhausting. So sometimes you got to dial it back, spend some time to explore, spend some time to figure out a puzzle, figure out where to go next. That's part of the appeal of games in general. So for me, I feel like this issue that y'all two have is a very similar issue that Tori has with mint ice cream, because it's this certain expectation of what you consider games. And then you have this arbitrary idea of this thing does not belong in these games. But you also miss like the core fundamental thing about what this thing is for.
There's nothing core about mint chocolate ice cream.
It's
There's nothing
a
core or anything about that.
flavor.
A flavor that belongs in the trash.
But again, you've placed this arbitrary thing of like, you've placed ice cream in a box of we can only have sugar or fruit or whatever.
I don't know. I say you could have anything but the mint chocolate ice cream.
But according to who? Who are you?
I'm just a
Who are
man.
y'all to say the puzzles don't belong in like an action game?
I got something to say about that. Y'all don't like. How can y'all be a fan of Sherlock Holmes, the ultimate detective, but you don't want to use those same skills on a game?
I will use those skills, but only for a period of time. If the puzzle is too hard or honestly unnecessary, I'm here to play a video game mindlessly. I'm not trying to think too. I'm trying to just enjoy myself. That's why I'm playing the video game.
This is also another bit of a mentality that I know y'all have as Drake fans, where when you don't want to see media that you consume as a way to help maybe broaden your mind or develop some skills. You just want something.
Look, if I want to broaden my mind and develop some skills.
But are you going to say that you can't broaden your mind or sharpen some skills while playing games?
Listen, no.
Is that not a possibility?
No. With them old games we used to play, Jumpstart, you know what I'm talking about? When it was like, when you were kids and stuff, like, I'm not trying to do no educational games here. You growing up, you're playing, like, they had the games that, like, trick you into learning, spelling, and stuff like that. Leapfrog, that's what Leapfrog. Yeah, this ain't no Leapfrog. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Here's another good modern example.
Andrew, I do have a rebuttal, because I about like my evidence to back up my reasoning also.
Sure.
Not just me.
Here's a modern example for you. And again, I give Street Fighter 6 credit for its world tour mode, because it'll have like I said, it'll have like the whole adventure game, exploring districts and solving challenges and stuff like that. But the little mini games and little side missions are subtly teaching you how to play fighting games without you realizing it. So there's certain things that you can only do by actually doing a punish counter or punishing like a certain attack or using certain tactics. And it's like, you don't really think about it, but you're actually improving as you play. You're sharpening your skills, upping your reaction time, all that good stuff. It's subtle, but it's effective. I really like that stuff. Even when it comes to like storytelling in games, some people might not say like, I don't want to have to think, or I don't want to have to get emotionally invested. I'm just here to watch cool explosions or slap or whatever it is that Dave's talking about. But as I've said before, Tekken 8 is a story in a game that really matters to me, because it's helped me through some dark times. When you get to the Jin Kazama story and how he's overcoming his self-loathing and finding his reasons to live, that can be some real shit to some people. Some people out there every day are thinking back to their favorite moments in games where they had to solve this puzzle and overcome challenges. That's the type of stuff that can appeal to real life. That's how some people keep going. So by discounting that experience, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because if there is any place where you need to face challenges, it's going to be life. So you shouldn't shy away from it anywhere. Meet them head on. That should be your mentality. And games can teach you that.
I have enough of that in real life.
But this aversion to challenge is going to do you a disservice.
Here's my rebuttal to that. This is not just me who feels this way.
So you're going to appeal to what? On the popularity?
No,
idea?
I'm saying, listen, there's a reason for this. Developers now, when you start a game, a lot of times they even have an option to skip puzzles.
Is that good?
Yes, it's incredible.
No.
It's great.
Now, Grant,
when I booted up Last of Us, they said skip puzzles, or I think it was Uncharted, or what? It was. I think it's in the new Spider-Man game. You can skip all puzzles, and I was like, gosh, I don't want to. You know those levels. You know them levels. You have to do all the Doc Ock levels, connecting circuits.
I love that. I love that.
Sorry.
Listen. There's a few games that I actually give my energy to 100% complete DLC and main story, and I have done that with every Batman game, every Batman Arkham, or any every Batman game, DLC and all. I have 100%ed those, and every Spider-Man that came out, I've 100%ed those with the DLC because I like the puzzles that they put in those.
And even just the sheer experience of having that eureka moment of, oh, I figured it out. I am smart.
Sounds like work.
But again, this
I'm not trying to go to work on a video game. Trying to just have fun, like Fighter Day Off. I'm just trying to fight and swing in the Spider-Man game. I love.
There we go. Yeah, and then
that's all I'm trying to do.
I think someone else said too. Was it Pepperoni? Can you scroll up?
What did he say?
Somebody said something else about what they want to do in the game. Who was it? Papa Fresh. Hold on. Papa Fresh says, yeah, some finally said it. We hate learning. I just want to go
bang bang.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hop in. Like, you know how mad I'd be if I'm playing Call of Duty, shooting, and we're in the middle of a war, and they say, yo, stop and do a puzzle.
They would never do that in Call of Duty.
On here saying Call of Duty had puzzles.
Julian says, I feel you, Dave. And
wait a minute. Only Call of Duty that had puzzles was the ones that had was the zombie map.
Listen, why do we need to, if we don't like puzzles, if there are people who don't like puzzles, let us skip. Y'all have the puzzles. Y'all spend all that time.
Here's
let
my
us
rebuttal
skip and get back to the game.
Here's my rebuttal to you on this one. Two things can be true at the same time. Yes, there can be a demand for a skip puzzles option. There can be a demand for I've lost like 50 times, and on loss number 50, there'll be a magic golden box in a Mario game that'll give me an item that'll make me invincible for the rest of the level. You can have the option to do that. That's one thing that can be true. But on the other hand, that can also be detrimental to just us as thinking people. It's the same thing about like how, our social media will make things super convenient and things like that. But it's clearly having its effect on our attention spans and the way that we consume content. Everybody just wants that instant gratification. Look at mobile gaming. Mobile gaming is designed to be addictive, to give you those little dopamine rushes without any real challenge. And then the only obstacle that you have to face is behind a paywall. That's the problem. So when you talk about not wanting to be challenged in games, you are going against the very concept of games themselves. Because if you're not trying to overcome some type of obstacle, whatever type of obstacle it is, because there's plenty, then what are we even doing here? If you're playing, look, if you want to talk about frustration in games, don't talk to me about it. Because I play Tekken competitively. That shit is frustrating as hell. And I've told y'all this before. I do not play Tekken for fun. I play Tekken to improve. Because that's the fun for me. But that's the appeal.
I'm okay with hard and frustrating. I just don't want to use that part of my brain in a game. I'm okay with hey, I died on the level because I didn't dodge correctly.
But
I'm not trying to go and pause the game and just
any game that you play is damn near has puzzles in it.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. So whether you're playing Call of Duty against a team.
No, I mean when you pause the game, you cannot get past this part until you
solve the puzzle.
There are mental puzzles even without it being an actual puzzle.
I'm okay with those then, yeah.
Because you'll go up against a team, you'll be like, in Call of Duty, you'll be like, okay, they're moving this way, so I gotta have to move this way in order to get to where I need to be to get the upper hand on it. It's strategic and puzzle like, even if you're not seeing a actual puzzle in front of you. That's how most games are.
And the other thing is this: you also got to be real about where the issue is coming from. So if you're playing a video game that has like a certain rhythm to it or a certain pace, and then something comes along that like slows down the pace of it. Real quick, Tekken is a puzzle game. Technically, yeah. The puzzle starts the minute you hear a round one fight, and you have two players with characters that have 100 moves each, and you have to think, what's this person going to do next? Should I block? Should I backstep?
I thought y'all are stretching the word puzzle.
But here's the thing.
I'm talking about challenge.
Let me finish my...
It didn't even spill out of the
I thought it spilled. Sorry, my bad.
Well, keep in mind, this is the same dude that had a whole panic attack when he opened a Sprite. But beside the point, when it comes to puzzles and games, if there's an issue with pacing to the point that you have a certain rhythm to the game, and all of a sudden you have certain puzzles that come down and like slow down the pace and make it boring, that's fair. That's a completely separate issue. But if you're averse to puzzles just because you're just lazy. You just don't want to put
Julian's asking the grade, what is a puzzle? Here's what I see. Yeah. Me and Asia say, hey, we don't like puzzles in game, and then y'all have said, wait, everything's a puzzle. You go to a game menu and there's start, stop, and then settings. There's a puzzle there. Y'all now everything is a puzzle.
Dave doesn't like any game that makes you solve any kind of problem.
Okay, here's a couple of examples. Now, one that you can arguably say is puzzle solving at a very awkward, if not incorrect time, and another that makes sense. If you're playing like Resident Evil 4 remake, and you're exploring an area and you're gathering items that you have to bring to like this little stone tablet thing, and then you have to like piece them together to make an image, that's fair because at that point it's still within like the proper pacing of the game. It's a slower moment, and then once you solve the puzzle, then the action is cranked back up to 11, and you got to fight a giant mutated fish out in the middle of a lake. That's fair. Another funny moment from Resident Evil 4 Remake is in the DLC, Separate Ways, where you play as Ada Wong, and there's a point where you're literally being chased by a giant unkillable monster, and as you're being chased, you have to punch in a code on a door using like a gadget that sees what fingerprints were used to punch in the code. And then literally as you're being chased, the danger stops as soon as you start typing in the code. Mm-hmm. That's a little silly. So arguably that's a place where the puzzle solving is used incorrectly. But at the same time, it's like, why would you be averse to, like, and again, like if y'all played Tetris, y'all solve crossword puzzles.
I don't do that. Asia does crossword, right?
I do crossword puzzles, yeah.
Okay, but again,
I want to think very hard and work really hard. That's not what I'm trying to do in a video game.
Then I'm trying to have fun. But then the obvious solution here is fun. Pick which games you actually want to play that appeal to your taste. Because there's plenty of games out there that's just all / whatever, and then there's no real challenge.
I still like those games. I'm saying if the puzzle just takes too long, I just don't like them being some of these puzzles be extremely hard the further you get into a level.
Okay, this is true. Go to YouTube and look up any of these puzzle sections. Every comment is, oh my gosh, I spent 2 hours doing this. This was awful. I almost rage quit. It's not just us. There's a reason that these tutorials have like millions of views because everybody paused the game after 10 minutes,
and
went to YouTube and read how to do it and came back.
That's because today's society, everybody wants to speed run games.
Now, you want to know, here's an example of one that's totally unjustified. Does anybody remember the legendary Jaffe room in Metroid Dread? Do you know who David Jaffe is?
No.
He was like, I think one of the creators or co-creators of God of War, big name in the industry. I think he was responsible for the creation of Twisted Metal. But he did a live stream where he was playing Metroid Dread after it dropped. And he got to a room early on in the game, and he got stuck. He got lost. And he got super frustrated. And then his chat told him, like, go back to the room and shoot at the ceiling, and you'll open up a new pathway, and then you'll be unstuck. And he got so frustrated that he just quit playing the game. But then people online pointed out every single audio and visual cue that would have pointed him in the right direction. There's enemies above this little ceiling that show you, hey, at some point you can get up here. There's all these different color and visual cues that point your eyes to that direction. There's enemies on the wall that's above you so that you'll probably shoot there naturally. And then by accident, you'll shoot the ceiling and go, oh, I can go up there. Every streamer, every person doing a YouTube playthrough, they figured it out within seconds. And people are clowning David Jaffe in the comments like, how did you not figure this out? And then he blamed everything except for himself. Called the game trash. But he's just lazy. He didn't think. Just use your brain.
Okay. All right. Can we do a rapid fire of the chat? We've missed so many. Again, rapid fire because we got some other topics to get to. But let's, sorry, chat, y'all. We got a lot of comments here. Asia, who wants to do rapid fire and do these?
I'm going to start from fired on your day off.
Oh, damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a hot topic. Apparently.
We're going through the chat, y'all. Give us a second.
Yeah. Damn. Papa Fresh said your shirt is mint chocolate chip. I knew you were undercover chocolate
That's
chip mint
crazy.
lover. I mean,
He have on. All right.
Yeah, who's gonna do our rapid fire?
One man says you can't play no video game mindlessly. Every video game has a puzzle, including the sports ones. The Black Up says yes, 80% of games have puzzles. Wickfall asks, anyone play the Yakuza series? I'm
Hell yeah.
curious how they will make the 9th entry since the pirate game had so much praise since it was a beat 'em up. You want to respond to that, Joe?
Let's see. Anyone play the Yakuza? I'm curious how they will make the 9th entry since the pirate. I mean, the future of Yakuza, who knows? Because, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have another, like, in the Ichiban saga. I think Pirate Yakuza was a really fun game. It didn't hit as hard as, like, some of the more famous mainline series, but I still think the gameplay was incredibly fun. I thought the story was really entertaining. We're definitely going to talk about it later, but we've got to talk about some of the controversy behind the Yakuza Kiwami 3. I'm really looking forward to Stranger Than Heaven. I think that game's going to be dope. And I'm also looking forward to the project from Nagoshi, who made his own studio, that Gang of Dragon. I think that game looks dope. So I think if you're open-minded enough, I still think Yakuza fans are eating good. So some people need to chill, but we'll get to that.
Shadow Rohan says people just like to be a ball and gun gamer. Damn, one man says when you're lining up your shots to get all headshots, that is a puzzle. If y'all say so.
It is. Look, you still have to apply some degree of problem-solving skills, and that's just the way it is.
Papa Fresh says, side note, are you guys aware that they're making Sword Art Online a real game with a headset and everything based off of Geisha Impact?
That's interesting.
I'd get that headset.
Okay, now.
I know you've said multiple times you want to live in Ready Player One, so.
Oh, that'd be nice. That would be nice.
DB Dax 93 says their gaming library has to be low as hell if they don't like puzzles in games. Dang, they coming at us very. Papa Fresh says, I don't want to learn, Joe. That's it. Shadow Brohan said, wait, I'm pretty sure. I think they're trying to say, I'm pretty sure Animal Crossing and any farming sims are considered puzzle games.
Oh yeah.
Tori, did you watch the new SpongeBob movie?
I'm gonna watch it.
Is it out yet?
I thought it was. I don't know. I think it. Yeah, it is out. It was out. It was in theaters.
Papa Fresh says, I'm trying to lose brain cells, Joe, not gain them.
And somebody, Wickfall asked, do we do gaming streams? We've not done a ton, but we've talked about doing some gaming streams on like an off stream day. So stay tuned. We have some tech stuff to figure out on the back end.
Just got to run.
Make sure I hydrate.
Tech test.
Hydrate.
All right. Oh, and then we got to hydrate. That's everybody.
Okay, cool.
What's next?
All right, so
crazy.
Let's see here. There is a new movie coming out. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have a new movie coming out on Netflix. They did an interview recently where they talked about some of the behind the scenes of working with Netflix, and it was very interesting. They basically talked about how Netflix wanted them to reiterate. Well, there's two things they said. They said, one, make sure that the action scene, that there's one in the very beginning to pull people in. Retention, probably, right? And then they said that was the first note. The second note was about because people are watching on their phones, they say make sure that you reiterate the plot at certain points because people watch Netflix distracted. They have the data to show that. So the question is like, should filmmakers adapt to distracted audiences because that is now where people are watching and everything, or should they just,
That's tough because I mean, if they are catering to that, would that affect the longevity of the movie, or would that just be just for right now? You know what I'm saying? Like movie come out right now, okay, we got their short attention span for this amount of time. Does that affect the replayability of those movies? Would it? I think it would.
I can see that.
I think it's one of those like short-sighted decisions. So in my opinion, no, definitely not. Because like if I'm just gonna watch like, a YouTube video or something on break at work, then yeah, I can understand like the instant gratification, show me the action for, I don't even feel like I need any of that personally. But when you're talking about like actual film or even TV, take your time to let moments breathe. Like actually do it for the art. Like, but again, that's kind of the issue where it's like you have like these movies by committee versus people actually applying real artistry to things. So I'll always advocate for the artistry first, but I mean,
feels like they're trying to force moments instead of letting them just happen naturally.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of the same thing that Kevin Smith talked about years ago when he had his little funny little bit talking about working with John Peters on a Superman script movie, and he talks about like how he read him out the outline for the movie, and he's like, okay, sounds good, I like what we're doing, but you're missing a few beats here. Like every 10 pages, something big needs to happen. Regardless of what it is and whether it makes sense, they'll do that. Look back at like the old Mortal Kombat movie from back in the day. The fight scenes with Scorpion and Johnny Cage and the fight between Liu Kang and what's his name, Reptile. Those fight scenes, even though they're really well done and really awesome, they were thrown in after test screenings where people said that they wanted more action in the movie. So regardless of whether or not the fight scenes just came out of nowhere or how they made sense, they just threw them in there.
Okay.
So I feel like stuff like that does hurt the longevity of certain stories because it's not, and you know, tastes change over time.
Yeah.
So what may not work really well today, sometimes it'll have a cult following, sometimes it'll be looked back on very well.
Asia, what do you think as far as the Netflix model of filmmaking that's being amplified?
I mean, listen, Netflix is gonna do what they got to do to keep customers and keep making their money, and if that's the route,
But again,
You say,
like I
wait, what'd you say?
properties now they got to keep up.
you said they got too many properties. They have to keep. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're collecting everybody like Infinity Stones. I mean, eventually they're gonna. I feel like eventually Netflix is gonna be like the main, that is end all be all of streaming. Like I think they're about to do the whole Thanos thing. Like you couldn't live your own.
So you mostly
failures.
agree with Joe and Tori?
Yeah, I mean,
but again,
I might be the
like
only
I said,
one who sees the other side of it, personally.
I think
like I said,
I don't agree with how they're doing it, but I understand why. And like I said, it's just, I think it's just for them to keep making the money. It's all about that.
but as I said, two things can be true at the same time. Netflix can be a very convenient service, have lots of options, have lots of stuff to watch, but it can also be part of the problem. And I feel like that's where we're at. So if
Now-
anybody's wondering why film is sort of dying right now, I mean,
Now, Joe, is there any onus or responsibility on the audience? I mean, they're saying, hey,
Absolutely.
people are watching Netflix while on their phones and stuff. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, to adapt to that, like, what do? You can't have a setting where phones don't work while watching Netflix. So, I mean, don't they have to adapt?
I mean, again,
to a
there's
certain
clearly
degree?
a supply and demand here.
Yeah.
But again, two things true at the same time. That's also part of the problem. You know, when you think about taking a girl out to a dinner and a movie date, you know, you go there, you get your popcorn, hold your hands in the movie theater, but take that versus chill on the couch, get snacks, bathroom breaks, pause the movie whenever you want, have your girl cuddled up on your arm on top of other things. Like, people just want more of that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I understand the demand, but I also see that that's part of the problem.
And
People
Papa Fresh
don't want to take that
Papa
effort.
Fresh says, I need a Weave Dealer movie. That would be cool. Tori, we need that, bro. We got to make it happen. So real quick, my thoughts are, I don't disagree with you with what you guys are saying. I do see it just like slightly different because, like, for example, like even with what we do, which is definitely a much smaller scale of production, but we've seen it where certain times we upload a video and we've gotten notifications where it says, hey, when you upload a video that's this length, you're guaranteed, you basically get this many more clicks and views and this. And yes, I can't deny that we have made changes because, hey, this is what the algorithm is saying. And the algorithm's kind of all it is. If you're making a movie for Netflix, it's kind of like, I can't fight against the Netflix algorithm because that's the platform. Just like us, it's like, hey, it'd be great to upload a crazy, I don't know, like a 10-minute video just because, if we had the time. Whatever.
Yeah.
But we know we upload that to Instagram, then boom, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you can upload it to YouTube as well. But even with that, there's, you know, some pros and cons and stuff. So to me, it's like,
it's the challenge that we have creatively.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm sure we would love to get back into making more of like the skits and stuff like that. You know, for a lot of people, that's what put us on the map for them. Of course, appreciate that support. But the sad reality is the interviews are what's working.
Yeah.
And while I definitely enjoy doing it and I love that people respect us for it and all that, but that's the sort of dirty game that you got to play. And let's be real about it. We are essentially rage baiting people for a living. And again, I've got to acknowledge this too. When it comes to the clips for these very streams that you're watching right now, people will see me as like the hater of the group because the only ones that get traction are the ones where I piss people off.
And when we've tried to post the ones of you giving positive takes, they don't move like that.
no, you know, sometimes the funny thing is, if Joe says something positive, they don't even believe you. No, this
Yeah,
dude
they still think I'm hating. But
ain't no way. But can we go back to the chat? I'm gonna go. We got a lot of chats from this conversation about the movies and stuff. Anything we want to respond to before we move on? Those a little bit down.
Go back down a little bit, Tori.
Yeah, there. From
I know it says if you want a higher rate of success, aka money, then yes. If you want to risk it for the art, then no. Yeah, I
I
agree
do
with that.
feel like I think the
That's
problem
fair.
too is that, especially here in America, I think there needs to be more respect and more incentives for for artistry. Because like
Where's the
uh,
at?
a kind of a funny story that was told by Neil Adams before he passed away. R.I.P. to a legend. He talks about when he was doing comic book art in America versus when he went over to like France. And he talks about how in America he got paid $50 a page, and in France it was almost insulting to offer Neil Adams $300 a page.
Mm.
That's crazy. But again, that just shows which country has more respect for artists, and especially nowadays. We don't care about artists over here. We want everything that we can produce, but you don't want to pay them what they're worth.
Mm. That is true.
And again, even Snoop Dogg, before he went nuts, he made a really good point about Michael Jackson, where he said, think about how much money Michael Jackson made off of Thriller. And then think of the flip side of that. How much money did the record company actually make off of that?
Mm.
How much did we get paid for our work? And then how much does these other companies make off of the work that we do? It's a dirty game. I'm just saying.
On the platforms, yeah. All right, so switching topics. Age, I'll pass this one to you first here. Daredevil Born Again, season 2. They just had the trailer drop. You were a huge fan because you've been watching this the Netflix day. So give us give us your thoughts on the trailer and what's to come from the new season.
No, trailer looks dope. There's a lot of, I mean, Jessica Jones is back. Glad to see her. Fisk is looking like ripped and just really strong in it. There was like a clip of him like fighting somebody that looked really good. No, I'm like really hyped for Daredevil. I love the last season that they put out, and I thought it was just very well done, very engaging. So I just have really high hopes for it.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Tori, did you watch Born Again, Daredevil Born Again, season 1?
Yeah.
You seen the trailer yet?
No, I didn't watch.
Oh, you see the trailer yet? Yeah. They just dropped the trailer. Yeah, trailer looked good. I'm excited for the new Daredevil, but no hate. I just hope that there is a little bit more Daredevil. My critique with the last ones, I felt like Daredevil Born Again spent a lot of time with him not as Daredevil, and I understand there was some reasons and plot and things that happened, but I felt like they really, really leaned into it. And because you could only watch weekly and not binge it like you could on the original Netflix show, some episodes like you'd be really hyped for, and then it's like, oh, not that much happened. I got to wait a whole week. So again, maybe I'm tripping, but I'm still excited. I just hope that it has more Daredevil. There was a lot of Matt Murdock.
I was okay with that though.
I mean,
They were trying to build investment.
They had to break him down so they can build him back up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to get more invested in the person behind the mask, David?
Yeah, it just took a long time. It was like halfway through before we even saw him in a mask. It was still cool though. It was like it was still good.
He lost himself. He had to find himself again.
Yeah.
Darren
Has
the
to be
Emotional
born
journey
again.
to go on.
And Darren the Awesome says the new season of Daredevil looks weird to me. It looks. Please explain what you mean. By the way, no spoiler, but is Punisher going to be in this or what? I didn't see him in the trailer, and I'm a little concerned because he's low-key the best part of like some of the.
He might make a cameo, but they're probably going to bring in some new heroes.
Okay.
Or heroes or anti-heroes.
Oh, Luke Cage?
Yeah. Where's my Coulter at?
Yeah. No. Okay, this one's more of a quick fun topic, but I am surprised. So Christopher Nolan, everybody knows the Odyssey is coming out. It's going to be his new epic. We're all excited. He got basically every big actor is in the movie. Somehow, surprisingly, the rapper who I like, Travis Scott, is in the movie. Really? They had a clip released recently, and it was like,
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott is.
No, say who is he?
Well, I don't know the character, but they just showed a clip of him talking, and he's in the full garb and everything. So I mean. Travis Scott in a Christopher Nolan movie, it just threw me off because Christopher Nolan just seems like such a real filmmaker and artsy guy. And nothing against Travis Scott, but it just seems like that's more for popularity. He's not known for acting. Has he ever acted? It just seems kind of random.
I know. I'm really curious on how he ended up on this side quest, honestly.
Yeah, listen, and I'm
probably somebody who on it was a huge Travis Scott fan. They probably reached out. He probably said, "Oh yeah, I want to be in this."
Oh, yeah. I'm super excited for the Odyssey though. It was my favorite. It's my favorite book to teach and everything.
I like the story.
Oh, it's such a good story. And actually, they compare One Piece to the Odyssey as one of greatest stories of all time. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah.
the show One Piece, but that's what
What's that? What's it called again?
One Piece.
One Pace.
Something like that.
I'll
About
check it out.
Okay, you should.
I hope there's a lot of episodes.
You might like it.
I hope they find that One Piece. That'd be fantastic.
I just hope there's a lot of episodes to watch. I don't want to see like 12 episodes and there's
that's whack.
Yeah.
Okay. In other news, Rockstar reportedly allowed a terminally ill fan to play a copy of GTA 6 before they passed away, which is very heartwarming, very cool. They're of them to do that. Didn't have to, but they did. Shout out to Rockstar for doing that. This is a huge company. They don't have to do this at all. They'd be fine if they didn't, but they did, and that was very cool.
Yeah.
So someone has played GTA 6 outside of the developers and everything and stuff. Are we still holding strong on the release date? Do we think that it's coming this year still?
It's gonna change again.
They've been acting real shaky lately, and plus there was like a bunch of people that walked out, I believe.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Rockstar?
Yeah, developers. That some of them, I don't know if it's developers or whoever, but some people in the company walked out, and some other stuff. Some people weren't happy. So whatever they got going on,
I'm sure those developers are being worked to the bone right now. I'm sure it's
just
like
as bad as those Mappa.
No, I think so. No, 100%. I think that. Yeah. No, but for real though, to me. I think that when we actually get the game, it's going to be in so detailed and so crazy. Like you're going to be able to walk into any building and do anything.
What size is this game going to be?
Oh, gigabyte? I think we're getting this is going to be like a 500 gigabyte game.
But here's the thing.
That's my guess because Call of Duty and stuff is like already 2 and 3. So I think
it's going to cost this much, and then the price of these RAMs and memory sticks is shooting up. So you probably going to have to buy the price of a whole game system to upgrade your memory for this game. So
honestly, they should low key do that thing where you buy the game and you get a hard drive bundle or something. They just low key needs to come together or something,
right?
Because this is going to be a huge game.
I still remember when Xenoblade Chronicles X first dropped on the Wii U, and there was a side download that you could make that would preload certain things to make the game run smoother. So hey, maybe they need.
I remember when they first started doing that.
Mm-hmm.
When they started doing it was that around 360 when they would have 2 discs. One disc was for downloading, the other disc was for playing. I'm like, man, it's a lot of work to do for these games, and now they doing it for everything. You gotta have almost your whole hard drive for one game now.
Mm-hmm. Troy, we got a One Piece question for you. Mind reading that from the Blackout?
The Blackout. Let's see. Question: Live action One Piece doing well. Hope the anime become live action and get some push. Listen, I think this season is going to be pretty good. Only issue is that you know how people are with the casting. A lot of people have issues with Vivi because they wanted her to be, they wanted her to be, they wanted her skin to be milky white, and she's brown skin. And then a lot of people who are unhappy with it, they was like, oh, One Piece has went woke and all this, that, and the other. But Oda handpicked the cast himself, and seeing as that Vivi and them live in the desert, there's no way she would have pale white skin. And the actress that they picked is actually Indian, but people in the comments they just look at the color of skin. They're like, oh, they got this black person taking over for my queen Vivi.
Were they even black? I don't think they were black. I thought they were the actress. I thought they were
Oh, she's Indian. The actress is Indian, but
Oh.
people look at her and they think, they was like, oh, they think she's black, and then they're upset. Like Oda done gone woke. How this man go woke on his own creation?
Well, not just that. Is it? I mean, not to take this super political, but isn't One Piece about
anti-racism?
So by their definition, it's always been woke. It's always been about pushing against oppression.
But that's just as bad.
People don't want to think about.
But that's
they
just as
want to see explosions and.
But here's the thing. That's just as bad as the people who say One Piece isn't political when it actually is. But people, some people stuck in their ways. They want to be upset. And I feel like those aren't real One Piece fans. But, I'm excited for the live action One Piece. I know Oda did right by this casting. People because the live action came out and people started actually watching the anime because that live action was so good. and then people are catching up on the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know some people who are not anime fans who have said that the One Piece live action is really good.
yeah.
So,
couple comments. Damn one man says, I've already said it. This game better be super realistic, and the story better take me a year to complete. I mean, I should be able to do my laundry on GTA 6. See, there you're getting into Shenmue territory. Chill out. Fired on your day off says, what's the latest on One Piece? I mean, look, still going.
Still going. That's all it is. Still going.
Just going.
Good stuff. Good stuff coming.
okay, so Asia, passing this one to you because I think you wanted this one on here. New casting updates for the Harry Potter remake that is coming to HBO Max. Well, actually, coming to Netflix, technically, right?
Didn't they get Cillian Murphy as Voldemort?
Yeah, so it's rumored. I don't know if it's like officially confirmed yet, but it's like a lot of talks about Cillian Murphy will be playing Lord Voldemort. And he was Scarecrow in the Batman movie.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he looks evil, but he has like a kind of like a villain aura
I mean, he can play
about
the character
himself,
pretty well, yeah.
right? So I just think the casting for that is pretty
He
good.
was in the 28 Days Later movies, the zombie movies. Ain't that the same guy?
I think so.
Wasn't he in that movie Red Eye way in the back in the day?
Oh,
With Rachel McAdams on the plane.
Yeah,
that one.
No, he's a good actor. He's a good actor for sure.
And then he, of course, Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That was massive. So, he and Peaky Blinders. Oh my gosh, this guy's got like an incredible resume. But no, he has like a villain aura about him that I just really think is going to work for the character. And listen, I thought Ray Fiennes did a really good job as the original Voldemort. I'm really excited to see where Cillian Murphy takes it. I think he'll bring a new flair to it. And like I said, I have better feelings about the new Harry Potter than I did previously. I'm deciding to give it a chance and remain open. But I mean, nothing's going to beat the original, but we'll see.
And just so we understand, Asia, the turning point for you was...
The turning point for me when I started getting more invested into the new Harry Potter was when I saw like some pictures on Reddit of them doing some deep cuts of the lore of Harry Potter. Like they were pulling out things that like if you read the book, you'd be like, "Whoa, you're actually going to show us that?" Like,
you know.
Yeah, one of those.
Yes, thank you, Tori. So
okay.
now that I've seen that they're doing that, I'm like, okay, so this is going to be. It looks like it's going to be pretty detailed, pretty true to the book. And I always felt like the books needed. Listen, I wrote it off. I won't lie.
But this is what I said from the beginning. I said, wait, by just math, not even getting deep into anything, but just math, it's like, hey, you got an hour and a half to tell a whole book story versus a whole season. I'm like, by just math, you can cover more ground. And y'all was like, nah, it's about the original.
You have to understand, I grew up with
and then the Harry Potter fans saw one out of focus, blurry set photo on Reddit taken from the woods and folded. It's true.
Like one of them Bigfoot pictures. Oh, that's it. I'm sold. I'm sold.
Are they doing the thing? Oh my gosh! Look, if you zoom in here,
that's the thing. Yeah,
you
really did.
Put it in Chat GPT enhances photos. Jarvis, zoom and enhance by 80%.
Yes, I wrote it off, but I'm going to be more open-minded, and I'm going to be more open-minded to things in general now because, like I said, this looks really good.
Okay, all right. Let's check the chat. Can we scroll up a little bit, Tori?
Probably about there where it says they probably never even. Yeah.
Not real One
Papa
Piece
Fresh was going with you about the not real One. First off, what is a real One Piece fan anyway?
The real One Piece fans aren't racist.
I don't know, Tori. Considering some of the things I've heard you say about One Piece off screen,
I repeated what was said about me. That's all.
Bullshit. I know which one came first.
That's
anyway.
crazy.
Next one. They've probably never even watched the episode. Probably just TikTok videos of it.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
No, people. Listen. I have noticed that people will watch TikTok videos. They won't even watch an entire show or a movie. They'll see TikTok clips and they be like, "Oh, I didn't put the rest of it together in my head. I know what it is." Like really? But you take 15. That's just like reading the back flaps of a book and say you done summed the whole thing up. It's crazy.
Now, I get it, but there's also like a mindset behind this of like, oh, you have to see this thing to pass a judgment. And look, I mean, there's a difference between saying this is trash versus saying this doesn't look good to me. I don't even want to engage with it. I feel like that's a very valid thing. Because like I said, I've seen stuff where it's like I haven't watched the whole thing, but if you haven't hooked me in with what I can see without engaging with the whole thing, then I'm not going to bother. David, you have your whole, what is it, the 10-minute rule for the show?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, if it doesn't hook you in within 15 minutes, you turn it off.
I still do that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He taught me that.
Yeah. Any other comments we want to go to?
I saw Fired on Your Day Off. It says Asia, they'll never be the original. No, they won't, but I want to see how close they come to.
But we don't know that. It could be better. Wait, it could be better.
I want to see, you know what, like I said, open mind. We'll see how they do. Yeah, racist One Piece fans don't even make sense. Wolfen Film says it's like people who didn't watch Sinners but watch TikToks of it and think it's from dusk till dawn.
I've seen those comments.
There's been a hella comments like that. They say, "Oh, it's just pretty much dusk till dawn." No, it's not.
It's not.
The Quentin Tarantino movie?
Yeah.
Where never mind.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of movies, transition. Sad news, but Sam Raimi says that we're never getting a Spider-Man 4. It's not happening, and it's time for us to let it go.
They've been talking about it for the long.
Oh, we've been holding out hope. I've been holding out hope. But Joe, Sam Raimi,
do we need one?
Wait, what?
The closure.
Yeah, the closure. We need that.
We've already moved on. We got like 4 other Spider-Man since then, bro.
We did get the closure a little bit in No Way Home, but we just wanted to get one more send-off right into the sunset.
How old is Tobey Maguire now?
He looked good in Spider-Man. He was in shape still. That's hard to do, yes. You know how many actors were popping in 2000? Never mind. But you know what I'm trying to say, like, he's still in shape and can do it.
Dave doesn't like out-of-shape actors.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, where are you?
Remember what you said? Remember what you said about Martin Lawrence?
What'd I say about him?
You said that man, he's look at him. Have you seen him? That man is big.
No, I said I was concerned.
Have you heard him talk
Have you seen him now?
I said I was concerned.
That man is in crazy shape right now.
That's great. I was concerned.
Have you heard him talk about Jack Nicholson's Joker?
No, he said he was fat.
Yep.
I don't remember these conversations. I said this recently?
David, how long have I known you?
See, exactly. He's bringing up old stories, y'all. This is high school. I don't remember. This is a long time ago, y'all.
Even but after that, you've still had this whole thing about
how you say you don't remember and then say when it happened? He talking about high school. I don't even remember it.
This must be, is what I'm saying. This must be high school. I don't remember a lot.
Man.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to bring it back to Spider-Man. I know what y'all talking about.
Bring it back, yeah.
Asian Spider-Man. What's your hype level?
I just looked it up. He did do all 3 Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
And I would love a Spider-Man 4 because, unpopular opinion, I love Spider-Man 3. It's like my favorite one out of all 3 of them. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I think it's so great. So
Wait, hold on.
I love Spider-Man 3.
Wait, okay.
I do. It's a
I want to make sure.
pleasure.
Okay, that's the question we'll take already. But
I know.
you said it was the best of what?
To me, it's the best of all 3 of them. The Tobey Maguire one.
But how?
It's a very hot.
Give us why it's good. Why
Okay,
for the clip? Why is Spider-Man 3 good?
Okay,
You're comparing it to Spider-Man 2?
Yes, I am. And here's the thing. My reason for liking it is
Can you say Spider-Man 3? So I want the clip for this. Go ahead.
My reason for liking Spider-Man 3 is not a good reason because I saw it when I was really little, but I love when he turned into when he got hit with Venom, turned into Venom, and he was doing all the dancing.
You like the Bully Maguire? You know they put that emote in Marvel Rivals. Right?
I love the dancing he did. I love the scene where he's on the piano and stuff. Like I know I'm tripping. I know this is a hot take.
When he told Harry, what little Gabby's gonna cry now? Like,
look, little.
Hold on, Asia's not alone though. Damn, one man says I love Spider-Man 3 also. Julian says you tripping.
I know I am, and I know that's a hot take, but I think Spider-Man 3 is the best one of all 3 of them, and I will stand on that.
So you put Spider-Man 3 above Spider-Man 2?
I do.
I am Spider-Man
3.
Did you know that the cafeteria scene in Spider-Man 1 was actually real?
No, it was like 112 takes or something like that. Or something crazy. Yeah, no, it goes Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, then Spider-Man 1 for me. I'm tripping. I know.
The reason you like it is for the absolute worst part of the movie.
Reasons. I thought it was some cool. I thought it was some really good acting. I did.
You didn't think it was corny, all that stuff?
I still do that dance. I love that dance.
Okay, what about this? My issue with Spider-Man 3, and by the way, I still like Spider-Man 3. I like all 3 movies. Spider-Man 3
is just that one is considered buns.
The weakest one, but to me, it was just too much going on. You had damn near 5 villains in the same movie. Sandman, Venom. Who else?
Goblin.
Goblin.
Okay, going back to that, like the whole thing with him losing his memories and his memories coming back, and then him trying to separate Peter and MJ, and then it tastes like cherry. Like Asia.
I know.
Asia.
I know.
Never talk to me about Batman v Superman again. I want to fucking hear it.
I know. I love it.
No, that's a good point. Because I think that the weakest part to me was also just Venom. That they shoehorned that in. So the actor wasn't even right for
no. They
picked for Grace for Venom.
No, that man Brock was way bigger than that man. That man in church praying that he kills him.
Kill Spider-Man. Oh,
like what?
That part.
He's praying. He praying on somebody's death in church is insane.
I mean, for me, in my own personal opinion, I thought Venom was probably the coolest part of the movie, but that's not really.
I feel it should have been a different actor.
I love to see where he's like throwing down the pipes and hitting them.
No, it was a cool fight scene.
Fight scene was
cool. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm starting to remember some really cool things when he was throwing down those pipes and like hitting them to get the venom out of him or whatever, and then the Sandman when he turned into it. Like there's just so much goodness in it, and I know that
there's some all rightness.
There's some goodness in it, you guys. There really is.
Oh my gosh! All right,
okay, now hold on. Before we move on, I gotta ask one question.
Says I'm with Asia. So listen, somehow Asia's got. You might not be alone here.
There's some weirdos out there that agree. Now let me ask you this question. Choice between the two: Spider-Man 3 or Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay, I have a confession.
Jamie Foxx,
I've never seen the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
No.
Okay, look, I'll say this.
Wait. But you love No Way Home.
I do.
Wait, but you don't. It doesn't even emotionally connect for you. You don't even see.
It does. So
it's
that movie emotionally connected for me because I recognize his impact as Spider-Man.
That movie, if you watch Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, then No Way Home will hit you way harder.
Yeah. Let me say this.
Yeah. Well,
Amazing
you'll
Spider-Man
be crying like a baby.
Listen, I'll do it.
Look, Amazing Spider-Man 1 was all right. It was your paint by numbers superhero movie. It was like Spider-Man, just a little bit different. Amazing Spider-Man 2, while it does have some missteps, I hate that stupid For You song that they put in that one montage, but it is still, to this day, some of the best Spider-Man has ever Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
Have I showed you my collector Amazing Spider-Man 2 piece?
No, but
I believe you. I was just against Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man because I was like super loyal to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
You be having these hang-ups over old shit.
I do. I'm not going to act like I don't.
Stop it.
Sergeant Venom, what's happening?
Dang, funny. Yeah, that's coincidence.
Sergeant Venom, what's up? We were just talking about Venom.
We were talking about Spider-Man and Venom. That's funny.
Goodness.
But yeah, for me, in short, talking about what the topic actually was, I can do without a Spider-Man 4. I feel like we should just move on.
I'm with Tori. I would like a Spider-Man 4, a little send-off.
Now, let me ask you this, because if they do make a Spider-Man 4, and it's as disappointing as like every other unnecessary sequel that we've gotten 10 to 20 years later, how y'all gonna feel then?
I would still be happy just to see the cast and characters all together.
Listen,
people, with that.
Listen.
My bar is low.
When it come out, I'm just gonna watch it for the vibes.
Yeah, there you go. We're
gonna watch it for the vibes. That's it.
What if the vibes suck?
Hey,
nah. If he in the suit, we good.
Listen, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, and plus, what's the actress's name?
I can swim.
Who played Mary J?
Kristen Dunst.
No, Kristen Dunst is still out here. I mean, listen.
Do you like her?
Yeah, we like Mary Jane.
She's the original.
She was a shitty Mary Jane, but
oh yeah, I forgot.
Remember Derek's little rant on the on our stream?
Yeah, she's a lie, a cheat. I remember.
I mean, she did do Peter dirty. She did him dirty, and she liked him later. Peter was damn near Mike Jones at that point.
And look, I'll say this: if they do make a Spider-Man 4, I don't want to see him Peter Parkering. And y'all know how I feel about Peter Parkering. Because he's old. He should be past that stage. He's not in high school anymore.
Yeah,
he should
be older now. This would
No Way Home.
They would time skip him when he's like 40 years old or something.
This is pretty much him after No Way Home.
Remember when we got The Dark Knight Rises and it felt awkward because we got this time skip to like 7 years and Bruce Wayne was all of a sudden walking with a cane?
No, wait a minute. Have you seen?
He's grown out to be like.
Have you seen any of the older Spider-Man?
Which one?
Comic books? Older Spider-Man. That man's an OG. That man, hey, listen. I think that'd be showing older Tobey Maguire. That'd be a great time to bring in Miles Morales.
So, real quick, we've been neglecting our Instagram chat. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to give y'all a couple comments here. So, let's see. I'm probably messing up your name. Nan Shaolin Hitter asks what about Tron? Anybody Tron fan here? Tori says, hell no. We got to understand why that is.
I got nothing against it, but no.
Okay. Asia, are you a Tron fan at all?
Not really.
Okay, got it.
I'm like Joe. I don't think I have anything against it. I just haven't dove
Not on
into
your
it.
radar.
It's not on my radar.
Okay, and then Dat Trophy 2, who has issues with you, Joe, for giving Speedway an A on the grading scale, says Spider-Man 3 easy as far as which one is the best one. So Asia.
See, this is already that just proves my point that right there. This is degenerate behavior right here. But thank you for pulling up to the stream.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
No, I'm so happy other people like Spider-Man 3 because I really feel like I'm alone on an island on
I mean,
this.
look, I'm not going to say that the movie is completely irredeemable from start to finish. Nobody sets out to make a bad movie unless you're like Ed Wood or something. But yeah, it just didn't hit. It's just the Toby verse. Just let it go at this point.
Dang. All right, staying on movies here. Michael Jackson biopic is also coming out. We already discussed how it comes out basically the same, I think, weekend of the Mario movie. We posted a clip about like, hey, which one is going to do better between the Mario movie and Michael Jackson. It was kind of split down the middle. It was kind of hard to say, but they've showed some new pictures and things like that. And Jafar Jackson is looking so much. That's what I'm so impressed by how much he looks like Michael. But Joe, you're the big MJ fan here. So what's your hype level now that you're seeing more information?
I mean, look, my hype has not gone down in the slightest. And as I've stated in the last stream, I've explained my best and worst case scenarios for the movie, and both of them are good. So I think we'll be straight either way. I'll admit, when I first saw that image, I literally thought the shit was a Photoshop or an AI because I saw like the two images side by side, one that clearly looked like Jafar Jackson, and then the other one that looked like a spitting image of Michael. And it's like, okay, that's somebody trying to do an AI thing. But no, that's apparently him. So I'm like, wow. And I've been watching like some stuff on YouTube about it and like talking about the audition process. Because there's obviously how many Michael Jackson impersonators are out there, people that have studied his dance moves and all that. But apparently it's the same thing with Ice Cube's son in Straight Outta Compton, where it's like you had to audition like everybody else and you earned your spot. So I give total credit to Jafar Jackson. I'm really looking forward to his take. There's a talk online about it almost like hit home for some people that, oh, they're going to have to reenact the Pepsi commercial incident. Yeah. So that's going to hit hard for a lot of people. Man, the sequel to the movie is going to be a motherfucker. I know that, but
it's in 2 parts.
Well, because I think originally it was covering like from start to finish of Michael's life. But then, of course, amidst the whole legal thing with like the accusers not wanting to be named in the movie, even though y'all did him dirty, so fuck you. But also the fact that, you know, there's just so much to his life. Yeah, just split it into his movies. And as I've said before, Michael Jackson's life is so expansive. You could make 12 movies about his life and you probably still wouldn't cover everything. Because like for a guy whose life has been televised and documented from his childhood to his death and beyond, everything you you probably want to know about Michael Jackson, it's out there somewhere. So the question then becomes, how deep will the movie go into it? Because you obviously ain't gonna get everything, but how much of like the real Michael Jackson are you gonna paint on screen? I'm looking forward to finding.
I wonder how many celebrities they reached out to get their point of view.
Well, because even like how many celebrity impersonators are you going to see on screen? Because, you know, when you think about the circles that Michael Jackson hung around, like, you know, he had relationships with like Marlon Brando. He had Joe Pesci in the Moonwalker movie.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. The list goes on.
Maybe they'll get DC Young Fly to do Chris Tucker.
Hey, maybe in the second movie.
I could see it.
And like, didn't Martin Scorsese direct the Bad video? Yeah.
He's worked with Spike Lee. What's his name? The dude that made
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. There's so much stuff that they could cover, and it's going to be so fun to watch. And look, as I've said before, I am just hyped for the return of Michael Mania. It's already in effect on social media. People posting memes of how they're going to be when they pull up doing dance moves, like wearing cosplays.
Same week as Mario.
Yeah.
Mario who?
I still think Mario's gonna beat the Michael movie, but we'll see.
So, because you gotta think, Michael Jackson is global. Everywhere you go, everybody knows Michael Jackson.
Don't sleep on Mario, y'all.
People know Mario, but Michael Jackson, I ain't never seen Mario had anybody fainting. Passing out.
What game character who we ever fainted over who's a game character?
That's my point. Michael Jackson is above that.
Julian says Mario is global.
Mario is global, but
not to the level that
Michael Jackson.
Right now, Mario has theme parks.
Michael
Michael
Jackson
Jackson was this close to buy. Yo,
He
Michael
almost
Jackson
bought-
was this close to buying Marvel, so he
yeah,
could
he
be
was.
Spider-Man.
Him and Stan Lee was meeting and all of that.
I want y'all to understand this because we missed out on the best possible timeline. If Michael Jackson was Spider-Man instead of Tobey Maguire, the world would be completely different.
We don't want that.
Who? Because I want to see that.
I don't.
I want to see J. Jonah Jameson in the Daily the Daily Bugle talking about that Spider-Man is a menace, and then you have that other dude like, I don't know, Jay, he looks pretty smooth to me. Yeah, smooth criminal maybe. Like I want to live in that timeline.
Let me clarify. Listen, I know Mario is global, but what I'm saying is not everybody is a video game character, but damn near most of the population is a
character fan.
Video game. Oh, my bad.
You said character fan.
Most of the population is not a video game player, but damn near most of the population loves Michael Jackson.
I don't even know if you even have to be a current Mario.
Listen, I still have Ready to Rumble Round 2. I have a copy right there that I'm probably gonna be playing, and Michael Jackson used his original voice in that game.
Asia, what's your thoughts on Michael movie and all this?
I don't know if I feel like Mario is gonna beat the Michael Jackson movie, only because I mean you got to think about there's going to be a ton of kids who want to see the Mario movie.
They think that 7-year-olds want to see Michael Jackson.
I don't think 7-year-olds want to see the Michael Jackson biopic.
But there are more
parents are going to bring them to the movie.
There are more adults.
They leaving the kids at home with the babysitter.
I've seen a bunch of cultured adults got their kids hooked on Michael Jackson already. I just saw a TikTok. I just saw a TikTok video. This dad, he got his son a red Michael Jackson jacket, and that boy started busting the move as soon as he put it on.
He felt the magic.
That man was like 5 or 6 years old.
This is like a niche community.
Michael Jackson.
I'm just asking.
Michael Jackson has never been a niche community. Okay. That man has taken the world by storm and still is. That man is still putting up numbers,
breaking records, and he's not even alive.
That man been gone for a long time, and he's still setting records.
Yeah, but Mario has also broken records as well. I mean, $1 billion
sold 1 billion copies a week. Still selling to this day.
Y'all talking about
before streaming.
Listen, they got new people coming out and doing Mario stuff. Michael Jackson got the same stuff and it's still
all right. So
hot right now.
If Mario does beat Michael, what is going to be the excuse that y'all say then?
I'm gonna say it was. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know because it ain't gonna happen.
Well, listen. I'm gonna pull a Kanye. You know you wanted to know what I was gonna say if Mario beat Michael Jackson this weekend. I guess we'll never know.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Pulling the Kanye in 2026
because we're gonna need this in a few months.
All right. We'll keep this. All right. So, Ryan Hurst, great actor. He was in a lot of stuff. Specifically, Asia, you know him from
Sons of Anarchy. That was Opie.
Yes. Been in other stuff as well.
He was in Remember the Titans.
Yes, he was. So he has been, they said it's confirmed that he is cast as Kratos in the upcoming series. I believe it's an Amazon series, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
I'll check my notes, but it is a new series coming, God of War live action.
Great casting.
Ryan Hurst. I like the casting. I believe, Joe, did you give your input on the casting yet? Like, for Kratos, do you think that's a good Kratos?
I mean,
Ryan Hurst?
Seems fine to me. Like, I can say for me, like, my history with God of War is very passive. It's very off to the side because I kept up with the story of 1, 2, and 3. I played 3, enjoyed it a lot. Never really bothered with, like, the new games, which I hear they're very good. While a part of me would like to see like a black actor play Kratos, just because I know it was a black voice actor originally, but we're not talking about like the same era. So all in all, seems fine to me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a lot of people wanted the Mountain or whoever his name is from Game of Thrones to be Kratos.
The Mountain?
Oh, like a really big dude.
I feel like that's too big though.
And then there was a big dude that did cosplay, or he cosplayed Kratos and was walking through the store and literally carrying the cart like a basket and shoving Prime in it and carrying it through dressed as Kratos. Man, looked like he was like 7 feet tall.
First off, don't drink that shit, yo.
Yeah, but people fan casted him as well. It was like, oh, he's perfect. But
well, a lot of the internet fan casts will go strictly off of this.
I just want to see.
And not actually if they can act.
I need to see some in costume to try to decide if he's going. fit the bill.
I'm sure
Who
he'll
Ryan
look the
Hurst?
part for sure.
For Kratos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He already got the beard.
I mean, anybody can put a beard on.
Not anybody can.
Not really.
You can put a lace front beard on in a heartbeat.
Is that what that is?
What?
There you go. You hear this too?
Yep.
Why you say?
What's just
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's not. We're just wondering.
That's
I can't wonder. What? Okay. All right, y'all.
I see how tonight's.
No, it's what you talking about.
I get it.
Oh
I get it.
Okay. Keenan and Kel are returning together finally, and they are doing a movie together. It's supposed to come out in 2026. Working title is Keenan and Kel Meet Frankenstein. It's supposed to be a horror project. Keenan and Kel back together. You think 90s, kids should be excited, but Joe, your face looks concerned. Are you not hyped for Keenan and Kel? This is the duo back together, y'all, the GOATs.
I acknowledge that.
Yeah,
But
we
at
should
the
be
same
hyped,
time, I'm
right?
like, does it seem a little off? Like, okay,
It's for the vibe.
Julian says don't need it. Y'all don't want Keenan and Kel?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm with Tori. Y'all don't want this?
I'll watch it for the. I mean, like, what else? What other options do I have? Like,
you can go back and watch the show. Go
or
back
I
and
can
the
watch
whole movie.
something new and
Yeah.
current.
Oh, here's what I would like to see. If you want to get the actors back together and have them do like an original project, I'd be down for that. But if they're trying to bring back the actual old property of Keenan and Kel, I don't need that.
Why not?
Because
But
it's
that's
not going to be the same.
But that's their real names though. Like they can't rebrand their shows based off their names.
What
would they call it?
But they're clearly playing characters on the show.
Yeah.
Like Kel Mitchell and Kel from Keenan and Kel, obviously very different. Like would you actually want to see Kel at the age he is in the stage of his life?
Yeah.
Playing like,
why not?
Did you want to see it in Good Burger? How many of y'all actually enjoyed that Good Burger movie?
I enjoyed it.
I'm not talking to you, Tori.
I was watching it for the vibes.
I don't have Paramount Plus.
So you didn't even bother.
I can't afford it, so I didn't see it. But if I could afford it, I would see it.
You would watch it if we had Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without ads.
Look, we've been down this road before. How many times have we already got what's it called? Coming to America.
First of all,
we
Coming
got
to America
Good Burger
2.
movie. We've got every other sequel to every other thing that came out 10, 20 years ago. And how does it always turn out?
Coming to America 2 was never supposed to be a box office hit. That's why it went straight to Netflix.
Didn't even need to exist in the first place.
It was there, but here's the thing: I feel like that was just like another Adam Sandler thing where he's like, "Hey, I got these people, I got actor friends, and let me put some money in their pocket."
Look, it's cool. Look, it's cool that they're taking the Kevin Smith route of like, "Hey, I got nothing to do this weekend. Let's make a movie." That's fine and all, but as an audience goer, can we get something?
But there are some remakes that have been decent. Asia, you said the Freaky Friday movie was good.
I did like the Freaky Friday movie.
The Naked Gun movie recently got
No Way Home. That was a nostalgia movie.
Wait, what was it?
Good. No Way Home.
Spider-Man.
That's different though.
Okay.
Like that's not like played out the same way.
Naked Gun. People like that. Got good reviews.
I mean, they don't count.
That's a remake. It just came out.
It was a remake, but
like,
it was because the original had what's his name in it? He passed away. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
They're doing a new barbershop series. I mean, I don't know. To me,
how we just keep getting all this old shit, bro?
I don't go. To me, if you grew up on Keenan and Kel, I feel like we should be hyped. Should we want to see them working?
But at the same time, it's not going to hit the same way.
We haven't seen it yet.
The original either.
It might.
Like they were teenagers in the show,
and now this is the grown man version. This is where they are now. I want to see. What's your take? I mean, Keenan and Kel.
I want to see Keenan and Kel paying taxes, bro. I'm just saying, I got enough of that going on. But
Asia, Keenan and Kel, do you care about this movie?
I gotta be honest, I don't, because I didn't even try my hardest to see Good Burger 2. In all honesty, because are they still doing the same type of humor they did when they were teenagers?
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
we don't
work as well. Like,
they didn't give no update. They just said that.
Well, they do have the plot. The plot says the film follows two delivery drivers whose routine, normal night turns into a desperate fight for survival after they arrive at a creepy, out-of-place castle and accidentally awaken the Frankenstein monster.
So I don't think.
And they said the tone is, by the way, is going to be Shaun of the Dead meets Scooby-Doo.
So I don't think it's going to be Keenan and Kel from the Nickelodeon show. I feel like it's just going to be Keenan and Kel, but in this movie.
That's what I'm like I say. I hope that it's not that. But then also ask yourself this question. Even just from that little plot summary right there, it sounds like it is that sort of Nickelodeon made for TV movie style of like humor and storytelling. But it's do you want to see that from
I feel like
old ass Keenan?
I feel like it's gonna be like that other movie, that movie that Chance the Rapper did as a pizza delivery guy. I feel like it's gonna be like that.
He did a movie?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It was a horror movie. It was like a horror comedy movie, and he was a pizza delivery guy.
Who was? Chance the Rapper did a movie?
Yeah.
We've never heard of his movie. We've never even seen Chance the Rapper in a movie.
Look it up.
I believe you. What is this? A Tubi movie?
I don't know. I forgot what it was. It might have been on Amazon. But it was a Chance the Rapper Slice. That was it. It was called Slice, but it was a horror comedy movie, and the rapper was in it.
Okay. So
a couple comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
yeah.
With this very blue name that's very hard for me to read.
Wolf and Films.
Wolf and Film. Thank you. Keenan's been doing a lot of different things. Yeah, I've seen him with like SNL, other TV.
He's doing podcast stuff too.
Yeah, and then Kel, he's had a rough go, but he's in a good place now. That's good. What in The Walking Dead? Talking about the plot.
Yeah.
Jonathan Hamilton says, even if it's great, it just doesn't hit the same. That's what I'm saying. Damn the man. That's the exact thing my mama used to say, is that why we keep getting all this old stuff. They're not doing nothing but continuing to remake the same old movies. And that's, I feel like, again, like when we talk about the decline of like Hollywood and stuff like that, yeah, obviously, like the convenience of streaming plays a part. But when this is all that they're bringing to the table, I feel like that's part of the problem too.
May I disagree a little bit.
Go
I think there's some truth there, but at the same time, so Kel has been on SNL for how long?
Keenan?
Keenan. Been on SNL for how long?
The movie
Sorry.
Keenan is the longest running cast member on SNL.
Which is, listen, I like Keenan. I have nothing against Keenan. I'm a fan of Keenan. I'm a fan of his SNL career and this. But usually, SNL is usually a launching point for your career, and I'm not, no shade against him. It just didn't really happen for him like that. He has done projects. Remember,
but you got to think. He's not just acting on the show. This man has been doing a lot of the writing.
So have a lot of other people. So did a lot of the goats that left SNL.
But a lot of them left SNL and then
for better projects.
They did like one or two movies and then they disappeared.
No, I'm talking about the goats. I'm talking about Adam Sandler and people like that. I'm talking about the people. Your favorite boy. What's his name? Talladega Nights.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you love.
But what I'm saying is, it's currently like. But
this is your life. I'm sorry.
I'm saying like SNL is usually a launching pad for like a bigger career, and it just didn't happen for him. And I'm saying this.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what his contract looking like. The fact that he's comfortable being there, like he's obviously doing
but I'm also
great things because he has his foot in other things as well.
Yeah,
but Saturday Night Live.
I'm saying when it comes in response to Joe though is that. When it comes to Keenan, he actually has tried other projects, actually. He had a sitcom that he tried to do that y'all didn't watch. So he's tried other projects. Y'all didn't watch him.
Wait, Keenan has had other projects. He's been on TV while doing SNL. He's done TV shows. He's done podcasts. He's done a bunch of other things. SNL is just one of his main bags, but he's done writing for other shows. Because you got to think, at that studio they're in, it has a lot of shows there, and he's done writing for a lot of them.
You kind of put me in a position where I want to talk bad about this, but he hasn't done anything big.
Like what do you when you say big? What do you want?
I'm naming any.
You want him in the MCU or some shit?
No, what I'm saying is you can go down the list of SNL alumni.
This is your opinion on big. What your big is different from his big.
What has he done? Name one thing. Go ahead.
I'm talking about like I think what he's trying to say is like the people who have left SNL have gone on to do bigger things. Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock.
But look how many years ago they left the show.
No,
how many people currently that besides Andy Samberg did Brooklyn Nine-Nine and a whole bunch of other stuff. But what I'm saying is he does what Keenan is doing like no other castmate has done it, and he's done so much. Like I said, I don't know what his contract looking like, but what I'm saying is like it takes a lot to be an active current member. Like a lot of people burnt out in Fizz and they couldn't keep up with SNL. Damon Wayans, he was on there and he ended up getting fired because he couldn't This is before y'all time. He was on SNL he was on SNL before he did A Living Color. He got kicked off because he like they was with the writing and all that. There was a whole bunch of other stuff, but he ended up getting fired. I hope that everybody on that season that he was on got fired because it just wasn't good. But Keenan, almost damn near every skit he is gold. It's fire and something to come back to. But like I said, with the writing, like this man's getting a bag even when he's not acting. This man is getting like that's a lot of money in the writing.
I'm not saying he's not making money. What I'm saying is that he has tried other projects that y'all have not supported.
But I had a whole part of the other.
How you know I didn't support it?
Did you watch his show, Keenan?
You don't know what I watch. That's what you talking about. You don't even have cable. Don't tell me.
Okay. Damn, nigga look like a bald bird. Damn.
What?
What are you talking about? Said this haircut tenderness.
Okay. I think that, Tori, you really like Keenan, so I can't say anything bad about him. All I'm saying is that, I'm responding to what Joe said. Keenan has tried to do other original projects. Unfortunately, they have not panned out into like big shows or spin-offs. So he kind of had to go back to, hey, what's worked? I got to go back to me and Kel. Let's hook up and this is this. That's what I'm saying.
Part of, like, you can't, hold on. I don't think you can lay all the blame just on like Keenan or whatever. I think this is
I'm blaming audiences too. I'm blaming y'all.
Yeah, on audiences. I think this is an industry problem as a whole.
Okay.
Both on the side of what the studios and companies will produce and what the audiences are looking for and what they'll accept. Because it's like a twofold problem. So yeah, audiences, we've got shortened attention spans. We want familiarity. We want easily digestible, not having to think about stuff, not wanting to solve puzzles, as y'all say. And then on the industry side, they don't want to take risks, so they'll just always go back to the things that they think people will go for. Sometimes it'll work. A lot of times it won't. It definitely hasn't gotten as much returns as they have in the past. And to your point previously about like how all these other SNL alumni and Mad TV and stuff, they'll go on to do different things and have whole careers. The landscape has changed too. Like, when's the last time in like a lot of modern times where you've seen like an Eddie Murphy appear out of something like that? It doesn't happen as often. Like, we've got like a Josh Johnson who'll do stuff on like The Daily Show. He's got like a whole stand-up career going. I'm sure those movie roles are coming, but we'll see.
But to speak on that, like you talk about Eddie Murphy doing it, like, but wait a minute, weren't you just talking about how terrible Coming to America was?
That was Joe who said that. I didn't say nothing about it.
Okay, what I'm saying is
but so did everybody else.
They don't have to have a box office hit in order to be successful out here. Like I said, some of these people just doing stuff just for the vibes or just to
but he's actually throwing projects out that flopped that y'all didn't support.
Wait a minute. First of all, sometimes it don't have to be a flop. Like,
it got canceled. These are shows that got canceled.
There were good shows that got canceled.
What was the show?
What happened to that one show with Journey Smollett? That was a good show. It got canceled. So it don't have to be. It doesn't. The fact that it's good won't stop it from being canceled. So there could be other
it could be good, but y'all didn't watch it. Ratings.
People, the ratings on what was that show called? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
He's talking about it was about the slaves escaping. He's talking about that one.
Underground?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it was Journey Smollett and Lovecraft Country. That show was amazing. It had great ratings and it still got canceled. What I'm saying is they don't have to be a good show to get canceled.
Now,
like it could be anything. It could be the studio want to go a different direction, or they want them to do something that the people can't agree on, and they be like, all right, well, we're just gonna have to cancel the show, or anything could happen. So it doesn't have to be just because people wasn't watching it for it to get canceled. Now, like I said, and then the fact that Keenan still his bags hasn't stopped. So him doing the show with Kel ain't because he's struggling or anything like that. It could be something. It could be just it could be a project that he just wants to work on with his friends.
Now, to acknowledge Ricky Tang here, what about Reno 911? Now, see, here's where it gets interesting because I love the show. I love the Reno 911. I watch it on Comedy Central all the time, and apparently they did do like I guess a continuation of Reno 911, another season. Now, recently I've watched some of it. And some of it does still hit the same way, and I think it works because the premise of it, where it's just about cops or sheriffs, but they're all fuck-ups. You can do that with your older actors, and it still works. As long as like the writing and everything.
It's kind of like a Super Trooper show, pretty much.
Pretty much, like it's in the same vein.
We need to clarify, by the way, about Coming to America. We're talking about Coming to America, the sequel, not Coming to
America.
Yes, to clarify, Jonathan. Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't like both of them.
I didn't say that. I didn't say all that. I didn't say all
I ain't
that.
heard him say
Yeah. He trying to. Okay. All right.
We're gonna be friends after that.
Yeah. All right. Switching topics here, y'all. So DC president came out in an interview and talked about why manga is winning and why comics are not doing as well in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
He brought up the fact that in manga there are different diverse genres such as sports, cooking, romance, et cetera, while he feels that the U.S. comics are still stuck very much in the superhero genre, and that audiences want more. So any truth there for our superhero fatigue on why comics are going this way as far as sales and manga going up? What's the reason here?
I mean, there's definitely some truth there because I mean, you can think about in recent, relatively recent years, like when The Walking Dead came out of Image Comics.
Mhm.
Obviously, like that's a very different sort of comic series, and it's obviously taken off. It's had its show. Negan was in Tekken 7, even though I hated him in that game.
Hate them foot jabs.
I mean, just the range of his bat, all that other dumb shit. But that's beside the point. I don't have to deal with him anymore. But when you think about like the comics medium, I mean, it's very similar to like arcades in America, where it's just not part of the culture really anymore. It'd be nice to go to an arcade. It'd be nice to read a comic book, but it's just not something that people usually consume, and it's very unfortunate. And as I've said many times, like comics has like a really interesting way of blending input and having to do stuff yourself. Like you read a book, your only input is words on a page, so then the rest you have to fill in with your mind. When you get to like movies and games, all the information of like visual sound and stuff, music, that's all presented to you, so there's not as much interaction with your mind. It's outside of just interpreting what you're getting. With comics, it's like a perfect blend where you're given just enough, but you still have your mind still has to put in the voices, the music, the motions, make things look more realistic in your head. And there's things that I've read that have been above anything I've seen in like movies and TV. It's definitely had its stinkers, but the highs have definitely outweighed some of the highs in other mediums. So I think it's very sad and unfortunate that comics haven't taken off as much. But
I think another thing that plays the factor in why the comics haven't taken off as far as the mangas, because when it comes to comic books, you got like 50 or 60 different writers for each character. So a lot of them have their own stories for all these characters. And when it comes to mangas, like a lot of those are just continuations of one story.
Yeah.
So like there's no jump. Oh, well, I got to read this version of this character.
Oh no, comics are mad convoluted. Like any
like,
issues that we've had with One Piece, magnified tenfold with comic books. No question.
You got like I said, you got like almost like 50 different versions of one character for each character in comic books.
And then you've also got to take into account like comics will reboot like crazy.
Yeah.
You'll have like a whole story arc, and then it'll be, especially on the DC side, Crisis on Infinite Earths, whole storylines, Infinite Crisis, Identity Crisis, and like every single time like these big events happen, there's big shakeups to the timelines and to the multiverses. And then when things stop working, then they reboot again. Did it work? Yes or no? No. Okay, time to reboot again. And it's just too much to keep up with.
And then when
I think there's some truth there. I have a point too, but I want to know.
No, go for it.
Well, I want to hear yours. Mine might derail us a little bit. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how much I can speak on this because I've read a few mangas, and the only comics I read like came in like the Sunday newspaper when I was a kid. So I'm not fully well versed on this topic, I don't think. So that's why I'm just curious about the conversation.
Even though I've given you some recommendations.
Any guesses just from outside?
No, and I still have them. Listen, Joe, I'm taking down your books. I promise I am.
Okay, I did notice that one. So
I'm after it next. I'm taking them down.
Outside looking in, anything you just see is the landscape. I mean, you're a big library person and things like that. So I mean, what do you see just from outside looking in?
Like, I mean, whenever I go to library, our library here has a really big manga section. So like you know what? I don't see a lot of graphic novels and comics in our library.
How fucking sad is that?
And as a teacher, do you see mostly kids leaning toward mangas versus comics? Do you see a lot? I mean,
you know what? When I was working in person, a lot of the kids were reading mangas because I had a lot of students reading My Hero. There was another one about ice skating.
Oh, Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice, yeah. So, a lot of my students were reading mangas. I didn't see them reading a lot of comic books.
Very unfortunate.
I think Joe. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, even for me recently, like I've been getting back into diving into some of the analysis of The Invisibles, which is another one of my favorite comic series by my Lord and Savior Grant Morrison. Peace be upon him. Like, peace be upon them. I've got to get used to saying that now, but. like I said, that is another prime example of like comics doing stuff that you could almost never find in any other
Dollar Tree.
Mm. I think that what I see is, mangas and mangas, it feels like the entire genre is like you're getting new characters and new stories and things like that. Now, I know you're getting new stories, but it feels like, to me, one of the issues outside looking in kind of feels like not really a lot of new characters. Like, when was the last time we had a new character that really stuck? We're still stuck on the characters from the 50s.
I've been telling y'all that.
I agree with you.
But see, that's the thing though, because comics are introducing new characters like damn near every month.
New main characters, like new heroes, not side, like new heroes, like
and new like main characters. That comes here and there.
That's what I'm saying. We need a new. Where's the new Batman? Not new Batman. I mean like new.
We've done that. The problem is they just don't take off as much. And keep in mind,
that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering why is it that manga? I mean, this genre, they can come out with new characters and new stories, and they attach to it. But the comic book fan base is if Marvel comes out with, hey, here's our new hero or our new DC hero, I don't know if people will gravitate to it. Hey, where's Superman? Where's Batman? I don't know.
That's because I feel like that's just like with Dragon Ball Z. When it comes to making somebody else the new main character, the main fan base be like, no, I don't want to see this person. I want to see this person. So that's why we have like 40 Batman.
That's why we've never gotten any new Marvel or DC characters. But
at the same time, like
nobody wants to see anything
there's other sides to it, because at the end, like I said, for people that are like deep into comics, you can find like some relatively modern or recent characters that'll come out, and you're like, wow, this character has so much potential. Y'all don't know. Do you know who Dr. Hurt is?
No.
Exactly. But he's an incredible Batman villain. But he's one that you're almost never going to see in like any other medium ever, just because it's one that not a lot of people know about. There have been great like peripheral characters. There have been great new heroes introduced. When you think about this, like Spawn as a character is still a relatively recent character. Mm-hmm. So is Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn didn't start in the comics. She was created from Batman the Animated Series. And you see how well that character took out. But those types of things are like lightning in a bottle.
Was supposed to be a main villain.
Who?
Joker was supposed to be a one-off villain.
Well, yeah, of course, but then that took off like crazy. Yeah. Look, Dragon Ball was supposed to stop after the Frieza saga, but look how that turned out.
And even after they continued it, Goku was supposed to die and Gohan was supposed to take over as the main character, and the fan base was like, but where's Goku?
Yeah.
He died, but then they still like, where's he at? So then that's when they put Gohan on the back burners and brought Goku back.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of challenges if you've got established and very legacy characters, to try and introduce new characters to follow that up, whether it's within the same story or from the same company, just trying to create something new. There's going to be challenge, because it's like this thing is already established and some people don't want to take the risks. Some new things just aren't going to hit as hard as this old thing.
Are they trying though? I don't feel like
they're trying every month.
Like they're pushing on new. I feel like this. Like I feel like it's hard to get. Like you're trying to get like a new, for example, a 10-year-old. You're trying to get him into a new character, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, Batman, Superman, they are cool. But also it's like, to a certain degree, like when you're 10 years old, it's like, oh, that's my dad's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my dad likes Batman. And it's like, it can be kind of be not cool to somebody who's like 10 years old and you said these old characters. Where's the new fresh stuff?
Well, that's the thing.
Being it pushed to the younger audience.
There's like overlap between like anime and comics, or manga and comics, where you think about the way people get into both of these things. Like you'll have like your movie or your TV show that'll introduce these characters, and then people have to go back and then read, okay, what are these old comics that these things are based off of? What are the new comics that are coming out from these companies or whatever? The question then becomes, how do you get them to stay? Because like I said, comics is so convoluted right now. You can watch like a new Batman show or new Batman movie and say, okay, this is inspired by The Long Halloween or The Killing Joke. And then you'll go back and read those things and be like, okay, this is great. I want to read more. What's the newest Batman comic that's coming out? And then you're getting to you can just hold on to them. You get into like the newest comic that's come out that month or whatever. But then it's like, okay, you've got all this established continuity. You're introducing this brand new villain that I've never seen before, or you're bringing back this old villain who was used back in the 70s or something. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to get lost. But then when you can consider manga and anime, you have like Tori said, there's like almost a singular story. You can watch your anime and then go back to the manga and not get lost. Or you can start reading your manga and then go and watch the anime and you're on the same page. You see what I'm saying?
No, I do.
Now, granted, there was a point where it was a little bit different. Like some of my favorites, like Demon City Shinjuku. I've got the little album up there. I love the little anime movie, but the manga is way different. Same thing with Genocyber. You have like this little 5-episode, OVA or whatever, and then you go to the manga, completely different. But for the most part, manga is very consistent between its manga and its anime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's that difficulty. And plus, it's just the way that people consume content now. You almost can't create like a brand new comic out of nowhere and it won't take off. But you look at like
Webtoon does it.
But the thing is, well, that's different though. But then you can look at how manga is consumed in Japan. And again, it's just like the arcades point that I brought up earlier, where that's still part of the culture over there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put out a brand new manga and it'll take off. But to try and create a new comic, it's just another thing that appeals only to comic book fans. But there's not a whole lot of us here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very difficult.
All right, so we have not talked about the Oscars yet. Wanted to jump into that because we missed that last week. But let's do some comments first before we get into the Oscars. Go ahead, Tori.
I love the one from Sergeant Venom. DC has a crisis on crisis. I totally agree.
Let's see.
I think we just those.
Yeah.
Who's gonna read?
Let's see. Shout out. What's that?
Marcelo says, "Shout out from Brooklyn, NYC."
Hey, nice. Oh, that was a minute ago. Wow, which is that? Okay, nice.
Dan One Man says, "My favorite anime manga is when they got food in them. I have no clue what's Batman and Superman favorite food or what sports they would play."
Batman's favorite soup is mulligatawny soup. Apparently.
You really know that?
I know, of course. Are you surprised?
No, actually, I'm really not actually. Sergeant Venom says, "I don't read books. I am lazy. I get audiobooks so someone else read them to me."
Yeah.
DC has crisis on crisis. Your age is showing with the Sunday paper comment. I know.
Even to acknowledge what Sergeant Venom was talking about too, here's the other challenge for me with comics. As much as I love them, and as I've told y'all before, they're the first thing to put me to sleep. Like I'll just be reading and I start dozing off and then I catch myself envisioning things that I'm clearly not reading, and I wake up, I'm like, wait, was that in the book? So that's just how it is. But again, I feel like comics deserve more credit.
Let's see.
The Batman anime movies are jumping the shark with Batman versus Ninja, Batman versus Aztecs, and so on. Oh, I like the Batman.
Jonathan Hamilton said, "I'm still waiting on Gohan's arc."
They did. They already had his own movie.
When?
BoJack.
Yeah, no, like he had a movie. I forget what.
He ain't had no solo movie. He had.
Yes, he did. What are you talking about?
Was that considered? Because there was a lot of people in that.
It was still his centric movie, you know.
Okay.
That was
I
big
give
deal.
you that.
Yeah, no, Dragon Ball superhero.
And one man said, "You wish I can go, but you could go back in time and kill Saiyaman." I love Gohan as a character until the Saiyan. Listen, I feel like I love the Great Saiyaman only because it's deeper than that though, because I feel like the Great Saiyaman shows you how much of an impact the Ginyu Force had on Gohan. That they beat that man. He was still a little kid. That man was like 4 or 5 years old. Got beat. They beat the snot out of him, and then they posed on him after they did it. That
his generation
that burnt into his mind. That way, when he became disguised hero, that man was taking on he was doing the poses and all that, just like them. That's where that came from.
I mean, look, that's cool and all, but clearly
I thought it was cool though.
It didn't go anywhere.
It could have. It could have. But you know why it didn't go anywhere? Because they was like, okay, now bring back Goku and Vegeta. Like, that's literally what happened.
If it was interesting enough, it would have stuck. Don't nobody want to see Gohan
It was interesting, but they, like I said, the fans, they were like, nah, bring Goku back. We want Goku and Vegeta. Like, literally, Dragon Ball Z, hardcore, I love Dragon Ball Z. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. But I feel like the fans will not get off the Goku Vegeta teat. They won't settle for nothing else. When it comes to Dragon Ball Z, all they want to see on the screen is Goku and Vegeta. And that's the problem. That's why they can't go anywhere. Like that's literally why they have the issues they have right now, because everything they do from now until forever has to center around Goku and Vegeta.
Well, I think the other problem with Dragon Ball as a franchise has just been the creep of the power scaling, where they have this issue that they're trying to overcorrect now, where it's like, as Dragon Ball Z went on, like every time you have a character that's introduced a brand new villain, and then you have your heroes that have to overcome some kind of great transformation to be able to hang with them. And then you introduce a new villain that's even stronger than that, then you need another transformation, and all these other characters end up getting left behind. And then it's like, okay, so we've got Goku and Vegeta who are stronger than gods now. What's the point of these other characters at this point? To just stand there with their jaws hanging open whenever a fight's going down? That's not interesting.
And that's why I have an issue with the use of the Dragon Balls, because they're using these Dragon Balls on wishes that they need to be using them elsewhere. Like everybody that's not a Saiyan, I feel like they should be getting first priority of these Dragon Balls, wishing for some kind of boost.
Hey, look, this is why I fuck with Dragon Ball GT, because it actually made the consequences of overusing the Dragon Balls relevant.
But if the dragon can unlock Piccolo with some kind of power up, then I feel like the same thing can be done for Yamcha, Krillin, Tien, all these other people that put in the same fight that everybody else do. They do what they can in the fight. That way, like, what's the point in even having them around if you know that they ain't gonna be able to? They're not going to be able to touch anybody that they fight in the future.
But that's the problem, where as soon as you get through one arc, then you've introduced another villain that's somehow stronger than every other villain you fought up until this point.
It's crazy.
And then if you can't keep up, you get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the fundamental issue with Dragon Ball.
Where are these people?
It's too big now. That's why I say it probably should have just stopped.
Where are these people at when they fighting other people? It's like, oh, this is the big bad. There's nobody stronger than this person. Where are these people that are stronger than them during this fight?
You know what? I got a hot take for you. You want to know what the Dragon Ball franchise really should have done after GT? They should have just kept going with the story that GT set up. They had Goku Jr., who was like Goku's like descendant, his great grandson or whatever.
You know what issue I had with that?
Was that
there's like nobody knew each other. Nobody knew each other. It's like after Goku left, everybody just separated, went their own way, and never interacted with each other, because Vegeta's great grandson or whatever didn't even know who Goku's great grandson was, and Pan didn't recognize. Like, none of them knew each other. So that means after Goku was the glue that was holding everybody together, and after he was gone, everybody just said, go, I'm gone, I'm out. That's one of my biggest gripes with that, because at that tournament, Goku Jr. was going up against Trunks or Vegeta Jr.,
mm-hmm.
and they didn't even, like I said, they didn't even know who they was. And Pan was like, oh, that's my grandson. And then it was like they don't even recognize, like, what happened to everybody in between.
But see, this is why I say that this is why they should have kept going with that direction, because now you have the opportunity to just do it fresh.
But why don't they know each other?
You don't have to be beholden to like everything that happened before, because now you have a new character, you have a new cast of characters. You can restart the journey from zero. The Dragon Balls are actually relevant again because they're not just so easily accessible with the Dragon Radar. But you can introduce new side characters, new villains, and you don't have to be beholden to the power scaling, because now you have a new Goku Jr. who can't even turn Super Saiyan yet.
But
you've solved literally every problem that you've created for yourself.
Pan went from, how old was she in Super? She was what, 14? Or whatever,
to being a grandma,
to being, let's say, 60. In between that time, what happened to everybody?
Who knows?
What happened? What happened to Gohan? What happened?
They could have fleshed that out in the series.
What happened to Trunks? What happened to all these people that were together? Now Pan is old and nobody knows anybody.
They could have fleshed it out if they kept going. But anyways, Dave said we got to move on.
So. We do. We got some other topics we got to get to. We want to talk about the Oscars. Before we get into this, two parts. We're going to talk about Sinners and the nominations it got, and there were some other highlights, but also we're going to talk about how some anime.
Sorry, I've got a very dumb question. Has the Oscars happened yet?
No, nominations.
Okay, so
nominations have came out, yeah, and Sinners is leading the pack with, I think, 16 nominations.
16.
Damn. So like the thriller of movies right now, the hell?
Isn't it? It's going crazy.
It's a record. It's a record.
Yeah, it's a record for.
Oh, I know some people are mad right now.
But here's the thing. I just hope we don't get snubbed.
Some people in the Mayo variety ain't gonna be happy about that.
So when it comes to on the other side, a lot of people are upset because a lot of the anime movies that have been getting a lot of praise did not get nominated for anything. So people feel like for Best Picture, there should have been, I mean, for best animated movie, there should have been Chainsaw Man or Demon Slayer, because you had Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, something called Characters of Rain. You had Zootopia 2.
Sounds familiar.
To me, the weird thing about it is that the best picture category is like stacked with like 10, almost like 10 names, but the best animated movie is like only like 5. So I'm like, dang, you could at least gave them a, you know what I'm saying? Just like, a mention, like a recognition. So what's everybody's thoughts on just why the Oscars
I feel like they
historically have not really acknowledged anime films or movies at all?
I feel like they need to just have a separate category for anime.
Well,
so best anime movie or what? What would it be under?
But there's not even enough that I think come out.
I would agree. We don't get enough. Yeah.
To have its own category like that.
So this was the first year we had like or last year was like kind of the first year where we had like, wasn't it like Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man?
Well, we had like the blockbuster big ones that are like huge. But I mean, what is it? If these huge movies that are honestly beating a lot of the movies here in box office that are on here, what's it gonna? Oh, true. What's it gonna take for the Oscars to acknowledge anime?
Well, here's my question. Now, I don't know if we have the answer to this right off the bat, but how does the Oscars usually handle like foreign films in general? Because, like, you know, did we get any Oscar nominations for Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yeah, that cleaned up.
Other foreign films. I remember like Parasite won one year. That was a big. I think it was like a South Korean drama.
One. So are they
K-pop
only
Demon Hunters?
Yeah. Are they only? They put K-pop Demon Hunters.
They did.
I feel like they're only doing the ones that are broadcasted mainly on American platforms. Because K-pop Demon Hunters went to Netflix, Parasite went to Netflix, Everything Everywhere went to Netflix, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So like, I feel like that's what they're doing. Like, I don't.
But I mean, Chainsaw Man was in theaters.
It was in theaters, but I don't think.
Yeah, this is for movies, not for platforms. I mean,
but I'm saying these movies went to these platforms first, though. I'm feeling like yeah, it went to theaters, but like they haven't dropped it on any main platforms, have they?
No, but some of these movies are not even out like that. I mean, Zootopia 2, that's not, to my knowledge, not on streaming yet. That's still, might be still be in theaters, in all honesty. So I don't know. It's like, I mean, Asia, do you have any takes on like anime and is it just that what is it? It's like, it's mainstream, but it still feels like Oscars in certain places, it still can't, for lack of a word, penetrate. Like, do you have any thought?
Still feels separate. Yeah.
It does. And I'm with Tori. I think anime should have its own category at the Oscars. But you said something about like they don't produce enough.
I mean, maybe they do, but I don't think there's ones that produce on that level where they have a theatrical release in America. So I'm with I think David, I think you're on the side of it should be in the category. So,
best animated.
Yeah, I feel like
go into the best animated category.
I feel like
not have its own separate one.
Yeah, it should be in the category, but then on the flip side of that, at the end of the day, it doesn't make that much of a difference because the movies and the franchise, they're still doing fine on their own. Like,
how do they do the voting? That's what I want to know.
There's a committee of people who vote for.
I feel like a lot of that plays to the committee as well because
they don't even know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
they're probably not watching those.
They're not.
Anime.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of these things they jumping on for whatever is popular. K-pop Demon Hunters was taken by a storm. You know?
Demon Slayer made the new beat
Superman. It got. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These are movies that are beating a lot of the movies on the list as far as box office.
Maybe they.
I think they need a category, kind of like they added a category that was kind of for more of the blockbuster movie. I think it's called like new award shows do it. I think it's like box office achievement award or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They do that. They have like an award that's kind of for this is for the comic book movies. We can't leave you out. We can't ignore you anymore.
Yeah. Speaking of
it's for those kind of more nerdy movies and
now,
stuff.
Now, on that subject, let me ask you, was Superman nominated for anything?
Superman was. Let me double check. Oh, you know for sure?
I'm pretty sure I saw a list with that Superman was on it and it was not nominated.
Okay, is that? I already knew.
I can double check.
Yeah, double check for us to know if that is that. I mean, if they did not get nominated, is that a snub or you think it should have gotten something?
you think? I think it should.
No, I didn't know if like for audio or something for another category. I don't know if you. No.
For what?
Like, the music score?
What score? What score? Pop songs? A rehash of the old theme song?
Okay. What about
action scene?
Okay.
But Superman getting his ass whooped? Best ass whooping on screen.
Okay, here, I want to read y'all where's
best supporting cast member?
Best real cast?
Supporting role?
Best real lead of the movie?
Gosh. Best Picture noms though.
Superman was snubbed. Yeah.
Superman was snubbed.
Yep.
Okay.
So am I justified in what I've been saying about this damn movie for now?
I mean,
Because if it was that good, it should have got something, shouldn't it?
It's just an award show. It's
And I mean, do comic book movies really ever get nominated either? That's also been a big issue.
Occasionally they do. It's rare, but occasionally.
Very.
Like I think Black Panther did. I think Avengers Endgame did.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
It's like far and few apart, though. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, has anybody seen? I'm looking at the movies that are nominated. Best Picture. F1, the movie. You might have seen that. It's the Brad Pitt movie.
No.
Okay. What about Marty Supreme? That was the.
You know what? That
saw it?
No. That beat out Sinners on that one other awards.
Oh, what?
And it had only been out for 2 weeks.
What was the
what was the award that he won?
I think it was like you're talking about for like the Best Critics Award or something. It was
something.
Yeah,
It was like it came out 2 weeks before the award show, and it beat out Sinners. I was like, damn, that was quick. Was that ping pong movie?
It's supposed to be really good though. I mean,
I'll take your word for it.
Chalamet is a great actor.
I ain't knocking him for his acting, but my thing is like, there's no way it should have been beat Sinners. Michael B. Jordan was playing 3 characters.
Since I haven't seen Marty Supreme, I can't say because I haven't seen it. And I think a lot of people who are saying that, just outside look, it's what I see. A lot of people who are saying that Michael should have beaten Timothy Chalamet. Have y'all seen both movies? Like, I feel like you can't say unless you've seen both.
I mean, but my thing is like, that's a lot of work. If you take the amount of work,
we don't know what work Marty did. I mean,
he played one character.
Still, that one
played one character. Michael B. Jordan had to play 3 characters. He had to play a brother, another brother, and then he had to play the brother that's being possessed by.
I just feel like if we're gonna, how can we almost like trash a movie to a certain degree when no one?
I mean, it was only 2 weeks though.
I can't speak on it. I don't know how the other stuff. I'm just saying, like, people are saying, "Oh, how did it win?"
There we go. Look, right there. Marty Supreme is good, but it's not that good.
Okay, I've not seen Marty Supreme, and then we got
a black man got to play 3 dudes for a nomination.
Like literally, he had to play 3 people.
Oh my god!
And got nominated and got nothing.
Well, the Oscars are coming up. So,
I really hope he takes home an Oscar for Best Actor. I think Michael B. Jordan, just through his whole career, he has been working to earn this, and he's long overdue.
It was so convincing. Like, you watching that movie, you forget while watching the movie that he's only one person. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I just can't say either way on who should be nominated because I've not seen Marty Supreme. And a lot of people who are saying that, I feel like haven't seen it. And I'm like, is it fair to say that one actor should have won an award when you haven't seen the other? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you're looking at Best Picture noms, you're saying Sinner should win.
I looked at him. He did the work of 3 actors.
But you haven't seen the acting that Timothy did.
That should have put him up 50 points right there.
I don't know, man. I think we can't be. I don't know. To me, I see a lot of people who are jumping in with opinions who haven't seen these movies.
I mean, for me, like it's almost like the same thing. Like when we watch the Game Awards or whatever. Like obviously, I'll have like the game that I actually did play and I have an opinion on. But then it's like I haven't played Expedition 33, but I can't really speak on it because I haven't played it. I can talk about the meme of, damn, Expedition 33 won everything. Who did you pay off? But obviously, I'm speaking from a position of ignorance. So you got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. Joe, I'll stay on you, Joe. You wanted to talk about the, it was the Metroid Prime.
Yes.
One of the directors left. Go break that down for us.
Yeah, okay. So long story short, longtime producer of the Metroid Prime series, Kensuke Tanabe, is apparently retired after the release of Metroid Prime 4, and he's now being replaced by Risa Tabata, if I pronounce that correctly. Well, of course, everybody's got to make their own career moves. Sometimes a journey comes to an end. I'm sure there's some people out there that are sad to see him go. Now, I'm not kicking him out of the room, but I'm not exactly getting in the way of him and going towards the door.
I mean, it sounds like he was fired. Was he?
I don't think he was fired. No.
Okay, but
creative difference.
A respectful fire. When a respectful fire. No. Like when you've been in the company for so long, we ain't about to just embarrass you. You've done so much for the franchise.
Okay, but
the game comes out. The reviews for it are lukewarm. Fair to say.
Fair to say.
And then there is a quote because IGN posted it. Said that IGN, a Nintendo insider, did say that they feel like that Nintendo Switch 2 sales were lower this year because the lack of a strong Western title. So The sales,
which, if anything, should have been Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I don't disagree. So it's like the sales was just okay, the reviews were just okay, and then one of the main people get fired. The timing of it kind of seems like, dang, the game flopped. Get out of here. We need new blood.
But
that's kind of what it looks like.
But I think part of it too, just from some of the stuff that I've read, like he was on his way out. Like he was already like starting to steadily pass more.
That sounds like what Tori says. What do you say, Tori? Damage control.
But I think the timing of it is just what makes it very interesting. Yeah. I said I don't attribute him leaving to Metroid Prime 4, but obviously it's just a timing thing. Now, however, I will say after Metroid Prime 4 and after Metroid Prime Federation Force, Tanabe-san, respect your work. Thank you for all you've done, but you can go now. Because I think a lot of the issues with some of the storytelling of Metroid, at least on the Prime side and some of those Western, more developed titles, I think some of them do kind of come from him because he stated before that he has a fascination with the Galactic Federation side of the Metroid lore. And I get it, but in execution, I think it's been off, especially as I've stated before with Metroid Prime Federation Force. Because when you think about you have the Metroid universe and you're going to follow the Galactic Federation, only this time they've got ginormous mechs, right? That sounds cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You'd love to play that game, right, Asia?
I'd be into it.
And then you get it, and then the art style is very chibi, so the mechs don't even look or feel like mechs. And you play the game, and in the story, the bad guys have created a growthing ray that makes everything bigger anyways. So the mechs don't feel big. The enemies don't feel big by comparison. So you're just playing a slower and clunkier version of Metroid Prime with an art style that you don't like. How was this not seen as a bad idea from the jump? And then you get to Prime 4, where all you really needed to do after Metroid Prime 3 didn't satisfy everybody, even though the game was still pretty good, just do a return to form. Put Samus on an alien world, have her explore, meet new alien creatures, give Prime fans nice, beautiful landscapes for them to gawk over. That's all you had to do. Give some new abilities, and then you get it. And you've got the desert, you've got the bike. Now, some of that, as we talked about last time, is at the fault of, I guess, Bandai Namco or whoever developed the original version of Metroid Prime 4 that got canceled. But Nintendo had already spent the money on the asset. So they went to Retro and were like, look, guys, we've got this concept. Is there anything you can do with that? And rather than develop a new game from scratch with a limited time frame, they're like, okay, let's incorporate this in there somehow and try to fix it. So I don't lay everything at the feet of Tanabe and Retro Studios, but you also could have made some different decisions. And again, I do think his obsession with the Galactic Federation is part of how we got Miles McKenzie. Just saying. Did we need MCU style humor in a Metroid Prime game? And did we need it in an environment where all these people are fawning and totally glazing Samus, and you won't allow her to say anything back? Tori, imagine if I was having a conversation with you. Hey, you're Tori? You're the weeb dealer? Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan. I thought that one video was so hot. And your only response is...
They do that in anime, by the way.
But at the same time, it's like, if you're going to have all this vibrant dialogue and talk about your families back home on Galactic Federation HQ and all this other shit, and you're not going to have Samus interact, for all the people that were talking shit about Metroid Other M of, oh my God, this isn't Samus. Why is your voice delivery so duh? And then when we got Metroid Dread and she barely said anything, but she still emoted and showed some character in key moments, people were still like, see, we don't want Samus to be a robot. Can you emote a little bit? And then you get to Prime 4 and it's even worse, where people are having full conversations by themselves. So yeah, and it's very sad for me to say because, again, Metroid is my favorite video game franchise. And now I'm making myself wait even longer to play it. Because now I've got to prioritize between once everything is going to stop when Resident Evil Requiem drops next month. And then I've also got to play the Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. And I've also trying to get into the Silent Hill series. And all of that comes before the new release of my favorite video game series. What does that tell you? It's a very sad time for me right now. But I mean, I'll play it eventually, but we'll see.
Okay. Any comments we want to go to before we move on?
Nothing really new.
Okay, cool. All right, we talked about this a few weeks ago. This is kind of an update. So, Amazon, you guys remember when Amazon got in trouble for having the AI dubs for
Yep.
different anime? People complained. They took them down. Amazon had a job posting for an AI dubbing, director. Backlash happened again. They pulled the listings. But now people are really concerned, saying, "Okay, Amazon is still trying to figure this whole AI thing out." It's almost like they only stop when there's backlash and stuff. But in general, like, how concerned are we for a future of AI dubbing? And obviously they're not going to stop. So I mean, what's everybody rapid fire? Give us what's y'all's thoughts?
Yeah, this is unavoidable.
Unavoidable. So you think it's just going to continue? You're not going to stop. They're going to continue, and one day we're going to be getting full anime dubs.
I do think so. Yeah.
If it saves them money, they're going to keep doing it.
I mean, look, not to get too political here, but I'm gonna hold back a little bit because some people are very thin-skinned about this type of stuff. I want y'all to remember exactly what Amazon is. And yes, it's a very convenient service. I shop on Amazon quite frequently. I'm sure there's some Jeff Bezos stands out there that love the guy, think he's a genius and all that other shit. But let's not forget, these are the same people that are trying to turn this into some kind of crazy hierarchy where you have all these billionaires and everybody else is working for crumbs. These aren't good people. Amazon is not a good company. They're going to keep doing shit like this. All of them are. So they're going to double and triple it down because they've already committed to what they're doing. They're building doomsday bunkers because they know the world is fucked. And they know it's their fault.
They're going to
because it's by design.
Darian, what's up? Appreciate you coming up here.
Somebody said something earlier.
What?
Yeah, I think
when it comes to AI and entertainment, that's almost the least of our worries. But I do think that we as consumers of content maybe do need to start being a little bit more demanding.
That's what I've been telling y'all.
I've been telling y'all.
You too, y'all.
From the beginning, I've said this is a problem.
No, but in general, I've been saying that y'all need to be more vocal. Y'all need to say something. You need to call, email. You always say, "What can I do?" I've been saying this. Stuff happens and we just be silent.
And even
I be trying to galvanize and get people together. Y'all be trying to organize.
And even if you...
What is both?
No, true. I'm with you, Tori.
Am I lying? We talked about this with Marvel Rivals when they fired the director. I said we should make a stand. You said, "What can I do?" And you kept playing.
I kept playing, and then I got everything I needed anyway.
And this is how we get AI dubs because we ain't stand. We need to really. That's what I'm saying.
But even on if say you're like us and you live in a red state and you can call your senators and Congress people or whatever and say, "Hey, we don't want to do this." They ain't gonna listen to us anyway. Even if you don't want to go that far, which it's still your right to do. Even just taking smaller actions, like for me, there'll still be AI content that appears on my feed on Instagram, but I get a little bit more selective these days. I'll be like, okay, that was funny, but I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to leave a like. Just because I personally...
It'll merge it to your algorithm once. As soon as you comment, like, share, or any of that on any of those posts, they'd be like, the algorithm be like, "Oh, this is what you like. Okay, well, here go 50 more videos."
And look, and I'll say, I think AI creators have the freedom to do it. Personally, and this is another hot take for you, I don't think it should be paid.
No.
I think as soon as the AI is part of the equation, if it's especially in a creative field, if it's made off of the backs of creativity of other people that actually had to put in the work to do it, and you can just generate content that's sourced from all these different places, I don't think you should deserve to be paid for it, or at least not as much.
I'm still tripping off that one account that they made.
Which one?
That one. It was I don't know if you ever saw that super dark chocolate girl.
Oh yeah.
You mean the AI influencers?
Yeah. It was she was really dark. I'm talking about darker than usual. And it wasn't a black. It was a white chick using a AI dark skin filter.
Yeah.
And she hit up 3-4 million followers in 2 weeks.
No, AI
running it up.
AI influencers is a real thing.
Or the ones and what they doing now, I've been seeing a lot of people "Oh, I got vitiligo or something like that." It's been a lot of AI influencers doing that. I'm like, what?
Some of the work. Like I said, I'm still not over. You got OnlyFans models out here using a Down syndrome filter on their faces.
I think they got banned.
It's wild.
They ended up getting banned.
That's
rightfully so, because that's messed up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is concerning because it's like, dang, if they're going to keep going, I feels like they're trying to figure out like, hey, can this tech get good enough to actually like say things from an emotion, like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I think the voice lack emotion fully, but we're getting close.
But look at how quickly it progressed.
We use the ChatGPT feature sometimes where you can like talk to it back and forth.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of scarily human, right? I mean,
no, consider where we were just like a handful of years ago. Remember the whole Will Smith eating spaghetti thing?
Yeah.
And compared to where we are now?
Yeah. No, I just saw, like, before the stream started, I saw a video of Martin Luther King robbing a grocery store, and I was just, the way people are using AI just annoys. No, like, cause why are we doing that? Like, the way people use AI annoys me so much.
Like I said,
I think this is unavoidable, though. I think entertainment's going to incorporate this, and it's just going to be a part of it, and it's just going to be a part of life.
But what's crazy is like, and it lets you know that it's about to get bad. The fact that the government has put in laws where like states and stuff like that
can't regulate it.
You can't regulate AI use and other this and that. And then now Disney and Marvel, they've greenlit anime use for AI use for movies and shows and all that. AI is about to get crazy. Like if you think it's bad now, just like 2 or 3 years, if you ain't using AI or whatever the situation may be, anything AI is just going to drown social media.
And look, and as it gets crazier, these streets are about to get crazier too. You think it's bad now, the more people start putting the squeeze on this lower and middle class, it's going to get ugly. So you either got to be ready to be in for trench warfare, or you got to be ready to move out of the country. It's one or the other.
Damn.
I'm serious. Like,
so I got an IG question for y'all. This is unrelated to that, but some V Money 2085 asks, what's our takes on the old VHS like anime that had the crazy gore and fan service compared to what we have now and stuff? Does anybody want to go back to a world where we have insane gore and heads are popping off like crazy and all that kind of stuff? Or do you want?
I don't mind the gory anime.
You don't? I mean, yeah. Are you squeamish, Age, when it comes to gore?
Oh no, I'm not.
Okay, I didn't think.
Listen, if you got Facebook, you should.
But y'all don't mess with horror
that stuff because I've seen.
Wait, if you have what?
Facebook.
Wait, what's on Facebook?
What's popping up on your Facebook feed?
Man, I done seen death on Facebook.
Why your algorithm like that?
Who do you follow?
People sharing that stuff.
Who do you follow?
You gotta block them.
Who your friends? Who are these friends that are killing people?
Everybody who's got Facebook has seen these videos.
I've never seen someone die on Facebook. You've seen
Facebook, Twitter, all of that.
Twitter maybe.
Is a lot more crazy.
Twitter is a lot more. That's where we saw. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who your friends are, bro.
Well, to answer the question,
them.
like
block.
Yeah, to answer the question, anybody that knows me knows that's probably like one of my favorite eras of anime. Now, granted, I can also recognize like where the actual style and the substance is. And while I don't want things to go back to the days of like Wicked City, where you have somebody that's clearly very sexually repressed, making some really off the wall shit, and a woman is getting violated for no reason out of nowhere. But that level of like artistry behind it and that sort of like imagery, I really like that. So it would be nice to see things go back to that level of quality and have that uniqueness from one anime or one movie to another. But I definitely don't want it to go to like some of those crazier places of like, you are just getting out whatever fucked up thing is in your head, and I need you to get therapy. I don't necessarily need all that, but in terms of like that level of artistry, I'll take it back.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you. I think overall, though, I would say it's not that I want more like gory anime. I really want more mature, just seinen anime in general. Honestly, like I don't know what it is for me, but like comedy and anime is very hit or miss for me sometimes. Sometimes it's like, listen,
I mean, comedy in general is kind of a challenging thing to nail anyway.
It is. And I think for anime, like for me, I think that I lean toward the more serious toning one because sometimes the comedy just comes off too goofy for me sometimes.
So what is your limits on comedy?
This is interesting coming from you, of all people.
My limit is probably, I would say that, I mean, I honestly prefer something closer to the tone of a Vinland Saga, more than a.
What about?
No, just like for tone wise in general. But
Tony.
Oh, I was
for
about to say what comedy they
oh no. I mean, you mean like which anime do I like that has comedy?
No, I'm talking about because you said with comedy is like
Like
what
there's some that I like.
level of comedy is too much.
Like in general, I would say this. For example, when I'm watching like like My Hero, any anime, My Hero, Kill la Kill, name anything. I just don't need the crazy exaggerations. Oh my gosh, and eyes popping out because we saw a girl, and this is this. It's like I'm
The
cool with just
nosebleeds.
I'm cool with just
it's
some normal reactions to stuff. Again, I prefer something closer to a Legend of the Galactic Heroes, even an Attack on Titan, which I know you don't like. Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga.
My Family, I think is really funny.
My Family is funny,
I
but
like the over exaggerated.
Yeah, and I'm in the minority here. I'm aware, but even Moriarty the Patriot, another great example. That tone there, the serious tone, and I'm okay with some comedy, but sometimes it could just kind of overpower the story for me.
I understand.
But go ahead.
Because
this is interesting coming from
I
you, David.
understand.
Because how many times have you and I talked about this?
Dave, I'm on your side. I'm on your side
because
he didn't have cable, so he didn't get to watch the Looney Tunes and all that with all the exaggerated.
I didn't. I missed all that. When I was watching Looney Tunes, I was watching Montel.
That man said, he said, y'all watching Blue's Clues? I'm watching over here watching The Price is Right? That's crazy.
I didn't have cable. I didn't have cable, chat. I know most of y'all in the chat had cable. Y'all had a good life, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't have that. So I missed out on a lot of stuff. So maybe that has something to do with it. I missed out on that whole era or whatever. But in general, like I don't need more gore. I just want more serious tone anime in general.
Now, I will say on the gore front.
That's what I'm talking about, Sergeant Venom.
Wait, what'd he say?
I call BS on Mr. $25 bottle of water.
$25. Who is he talking about? Who?
You.
I mean, this is your lifestyle, bro.
That's your life. What are you talking about?
Don't even get it started on Fogo de Chao.
Oh man, that's your life. What he say? Living like Larry. What they say in SpongeBob? He living like Larry. Fancy living. Like that's you. That's your life. You didn't have cable, but you had that bread.
No, he did not.
You do now. Anyway,
$25. Remember that $16 bottle of Pepsi that you didn't drink?
At that hotel?
Yeah.
Every time we tell this story, the price of Pepsi gets
gone up.
It was $8. It was $12. Now it's $25.
Dave, I ain't trying to hear it because you're the king of exaggerating stories.
Sergeant Venom says everyone had cable. He had satellite. No, I didn't have satellite. I had antenna. Okay, I had aluminum foil.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember no foil. But anyway, okay. Now this is a very interesting point coming from you because if this is how you feel,
I do.
And you're totally valid. Don't say shit about anything MCU to me ever again.
Wait, no.
I made this exact point.
I don't even disagree with you when you make those points. Yes, there are many times or sometimes it is a very serious moment happening in an MCU movie, and sometimes a joke comes in. It's like, we just didn't need that. So I actually agree with you, Joe. When you come to the yucks and the jokes in Marvel movies, yes, I don't disagree that sometimes it goes too far. I feel the same way about anime.
Those jokes be hitting with the general audience.
I know. I'm in the minority here. Oh, damn. Tori, I'm in the minority here. I'm aware. But Asia, you're our MCU fan.
Yeah.
So talk to us about comedy in the MCU. I mean, what's your take on it? Does it always hit? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Because as soon as was it Ragnarok came in? No. As soon as Guardians of the Galaxy came out, that's when Marvel leaned more into the comedy.
Yeah, no, honestly.
But James Gunn is y'all dude.
Go ahead.
Guardians of the Galaxy did like start that trend of like the over the top comedy, and I do think Marvel has really good jokes, and then I do think they take it too far. Thor Ragnarok had like a good mix of both.
That was good.
There was like really good parts, and there were some jokes that's like, oh, okay. But then when they did Love and Thunder, oh my gosh, it was just buffoonery. Just straight garbage. And so
y'all looking at it wrong when it comes to Love and Thunder.
Not even Thor likes that movie. How can you defend a movie that not even the main actor likes?
He even thought he did too much, especially remember that scene where he was like flirting with the axe or the
Yes.
It was so stupid.
Or when the goats. Come on, Thor. You know the goats was stupid, bro. Come on. Bro, it's time to be honest for the first time on stream. Okay? You know that movie was not all that.
I never said it was a Emmy nominated movie. I enjoyed the movie though.
All right. But I think that you probably like maybe comedy and movies more than me or something, maybe. But in general,
giving stuff a pass, bro. Let's.
Listen, horror, comedy, drama. I watch them all.
No, Tori just don't like it when you besmirch the name of Marvel at all.
Or One Piece.
It's not
Or
that.
One Piece.
It's not that because there's some Marvel movies that I don't like.
Which one?
Name one.
Madam Web.
That's not a movie. That don't count.
That.
MCU movie.
What do you mean? Don't count.
You know it doesn't count. Stop it.
It's a Marvel movie.
Chad, you see what
it is a Marvel. Didn't they say name a Marvel movie? I just named one, and it's not good enough for them.
Oh my
Marvel
God.
Cinematic Universe movie, not a Fox or
Keep in mind,
Sony
he's trying to do that'll excuse the Eternals. So
wait,
this
I
conversation.
thought he hated the Eternals.
No, I like the same thing I said about Thor. Thor. Like I enjoyed it. I watched it. I mean, I didn't say it should be nominated for anything. I just enjoyed what I saw. Like it didn't. The movie never had me like, oh, I'm not going to finish this. I'm like, I watched it. There was scenes and stuff in there that I liked. So
okay,
it's not.
So to bring this back to anime, I am curious, Asia, when it comes to you, because I think I tried to watch an anime with you, and there was something about it that you didn't like a while ago. But like in general, comedy and anime, does the jokes hit for you, the crazy exaggerations, and oh my gosh, you stepped on my foot and I'm screaming and there's an explosion on my head, whatever it is. Do you know how they do?
That's funny just explaining it. I was like, how can you not like it?
No, sometimes it hits.
No, the certain humor works. But I like the humor more subtle personally. But I'm also not a big fan of like fan service either. I think fan service could like really mess up a scene.
It's
especially
just like in Spy Family when Yor is over exaggerating inside her head. Like those scenes are hilarious.
That one makes sense though because Yor in the story, it goes into the story there because Joe, just so you know, in the story, she can read minds.
No, not Yor.
No, sorry, not Yor.
Anya.
Anya. Yeah, Anya can read minds and stuff. So the reactions in her head
are
make
hilarious
sense because she reads minds, but she can't let them know. So she can only react in her head. So I don't know. To me, it makes sense. And Sergeant Venom is let's see what this comment says. David
is mad that it wasn't enough furries in the Thor movies.
If Dave was playing Marvel Rivals, he would like the new that Angela skin.
Chat, just so y'all know, a year ago, Asia started a rumor about furries.
Rumor?
And now Tori and Joe.
You talking about this furries you like?
Hey, what are you talking about? You bought her another outfit because you said it was so nice.
The Kings of Sin.
That's what you like. What are you talking about?
This is crazy.
You told her. You said wear that thing I like, and she came downstairs with the Pikachu?
The
Pikachu.
Now,
first it was Eevee, and then it was Pikachu.
I was about to say, coincidentally, there are a lot of skimpy outfits with some fur that keep popping up at these costume parties.
What you gonna have her do the Vaporeon next?
Okay.
Y'all be Pokemon going.
Work through the evolutions of the
see what you've done there?
No, I have.
You started how would you start rumors and lies and
I bet his favorite movie at the moment is Utopia 1.
You saw it 5 times in same one day.
He loves Officer Hobbs. What are you talking about?
He said that's what I'm saying. Is that the outfit he got you with next?
Not Judy Hopps.
Asian Hops.
This is insane, y'all. See how rumors get spread? Listen, when I'm getting roasted,
bro, he's about to throw away the he already got it. He's about to throw that shit away.
I don't have the Dave defense force like Tori does. Tori got One Piece fans who come for his
crazy.
Tori, hold on, what is that? Hold on.
It is going on a break. It is. I'm cool. Like they're changing their schedule around.
One Piece.
But we're not gonna change. We're not gonna change the topic because Dave out here liking furries. We're not doing that.
This is crazy.
He tried to throw you the alley-oop, but it ain't gonna work.
Shout out Brohan tripping now. I see. Okay.
Look, bro, I'm just saying. Look,
Dave, wait a minute. When she was Pikachu, you was Ash Ketchum.
Yes.
But you said, never mind. I ain't gonna say
ass,
you
bro.
changed your name. You said your name is Ash Ketchum.
And he caught it, period.
Look at see, I knew it. You got a Pokeball right next to you.
Listen,
well, according
chat,
to Dave's hater, he don't get no hoe, so I don't believe you. So
listen, chat, this has all been rumor, lies, and speculation.
Okay, Dave, all right, everybody, let's calm down. Dave, you do not have to get rid of Asia's Judy Hopps cosplay for your own person. It's okay. We listen, and we
bring
don't
it to DreamCon. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, and then
wait till you see when we pull up in DreamCon. Y'all not ready.
See? We listen and we don't judge. Dave, it's okay.
Okay.
Now hear him out, chat.
Okay. Y'all, it's okay.
What's that on your hat?
It's just,
Oh, okay.
Crazy. No, I'm not gonna lie. What's next?
Oh,
Y'all are gonna stop. Not
Now-
too much on mine. Not too much.
Real quick, I will say this in this thing about balancing comedy and drama and stuff like that. I do still highly recommend, and I know the topic is on our list. Yakuza Kiwami 3 is coming out next month. The demo is available.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Just go the transition. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So like I said, I played the demo. Some people are tripping about it, but I think y'all two would really like it because there are some sub stories available, and them sub stories actually do hit pretty well. There's some comedy in there, but then they also know when to actually hit you with that heartfelt drama, which is what the series is known for. I cannot recommend it enough. Yes, Tori, as a One Piece fan, I think it would appeal to your taste as well, but you've already got enough on your plate. I don't know where you.
I'm surprised Tori hasn't played. Don't you? You get to live you get to live and be a pirate. Like that's your dream.
You talking about on the Yakuza pirate game?
Yeah,
that game is actually really fun.
I played it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
When did you play it?
It was a while ago.
I only see you play Marvel Rivals.
That's all I hear about.
I played it, bro.
Sergeant Venom has a question. One question for Dave. Chill.
One question for Dave. Is his favorite Titan from Attack on Titan the Beast Titan?
Actually, no. It's not.
You sure?
No.
Oh.
No, Beast Titan was my Hear Me Out.
Oh, that's why.
Well,
That was on
so
me.
this is a mutual thing for y'all.
I got you.
Okay,
Beast
one hand
Titan is
feeds
still
the
my
other.
Hear Me Out.
That's crazy. That is crazy. No, my favorite Titan is probably. I like the female Titan.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought female Titan was bad. Was
bad.
dope.
Damn,
Yeah.
Shadow Brohan says Madagascar is his favorite movie. Damn.
Wow.
You
See, Asia. See how one lie.
Offhand comment just
can't-
lasted.
You can't say these things in front of people like Joe and Tori.
Keep it private. That's all.
Okay.
You only talk about when the camera's off, right?
That is-
Gotcha.
That is crazy. Oh gosh. Well, listen, that was like, we only got just a few more minutes of it. That was kind of majority of our topics. There was a few we didn't get to touch on, honestly, but
We said we're gonna talk about the one thing we had enough time.
what?
Which one?
The grapefruits.
No, we did
No,
not.
we are
We're
not.
You're not.
No, we can't.
Well, I think, Tori, you did want to talk about Wonder Man. You said something about like Wonder Man the other day.
Well, Wonder Man started. I was just saying, like,
Well, real quick, what is Wonder Man for those that don't know, and
Wonder
how is it
Man-
so far?
And do we
Wonder Man
care?
is a
Damn,
Marvel.
and do we care? Damn.
Wait, Wonder Man is a Marvel hero.
Is he?
Yeah,
Mm.
but
What's he do?
I mean,
What's his powers?
I forgot his power. He's
Not memorable.
Wait a minute, the show just started. This is the first time I ever seen.
Isn't he an
him
established hero?
on, first time? Yeah, but his first time on screen.
But he's
And-
had a history of comic books, right?
I don't have any Wonder Man comic books. I don't
Wait, you, Tori?
even have an Incredible Hulk comic book right now. What
You
talking
don't?
about?
Surprised.
So where do you get all this comic knowledge from, Tori?
Reading online. I mean, is that? And I have the Marvel Encyclopedia.
This is just interesting coming from you of all people who every time there's a criticism of a Marvel MCU movie, it always comes back, you got to read the comics. Most
of the movies that have come out, I mean, they're well established. Everybody knows about it, and they've been replayed a million times on screen, and have been in cartoons, TV shows, and everything above. This is them. What my point is, Wonder Man is a Marvel comic book hero, and the show is on Disney Plus. But
What's it about?
I haven't watched the first episode yet, so I don't know what they're doing with it.
Oh, I thought you already saw it.
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh,
I got it.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I was gonna ask y'all for y'all Disney Plus.
we canceled.
We dropped that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get back and watch, but it hasn't
What's up,
been.
Afro Sage?
It hasn't been. I feel like they haven't promoted it enough, as they've done other Marvel properties.
Did y'all know it was coming out?
I feel like I said,
Wonder Man is.
I feel like it's getting the
It's
same.
like Wonder Woman, but
No,
opposite.
it's not. What?
Oh, wait, it's
Wonder
not?
Woman is an Amazonian god from.
Wait, there's no connection between
from
Wonder. Wait,
Themyscira.
wait a second. There's no connection between Wonder Man and Wonder Woman.
Why would it?
I
Just
thought
because it
it
got
was.
Wonder in the name?
Yes, that's what I
Why
thought.
not?
Then you might as well say Stevie Wonder's part of the group then. That's why I was like, if that's the case, and we just doing word association, Stevie Wonder got some powers. That man, That man got his piano of truth or something, like harmonica of truth.
Oh my god.
Okay, now legit question, because he's not like one of like the Marvel Superman knockoffs, is he? Where he's got like similar powers and people compare him all the time, or is that a different guy?
He's I forgot.
How you not know, bro? You supposed to be pitching the show to me.
Fired on the day off said they're going to DreamCon. That is dope.
What's up?
And then Sergeant Venom says Wonder Man has been around since the '60s. So I thought, you know.
And in all this time since the '60s, nobody here has some information on what this dude's power is.
Asia got the synopsis. Go ahead, Asia.
Superhero with superhuman strength, durability, and the ability to fly and project ionic energy blasts.
So he's a knockoff of Superman.
Oh.
Superman ain't got ionic energy blast.
Superman, Wonder Man.
He shoot energy out his eyes.
Change the adjective. That's all he did.
He shoot energy out of his eyes. It's ionic. That's what he said.
Y'all hating on Wonder Man. I'm about to check it out.
You know who he is.
He's a black man.
He was Wonder Woman's brother.
I really did.
You can't. Nah, that's
I thought there was a connection between them and
some. It's Marvel and DC. No,
it was their version. Kind of like, okay, hold on, Joe. Because Joe, you said that was Doomsday and Thanos, right? I thought this was like their version. Dark Side and Thanos. I thought this was their version. Like, hey, y'all got Wonder Woman, we got Wonder Man.
What? That's a surefire way to get sued. They ain't doing that.
All right, okay. Fired says support the black man. Okay, listen. So y'all should check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Tori says it's a good character, even though he hasn't read the comics yet.
I'll give it a 15-minute test.
Yeah, we'll give it. Listen, there's only one.
Like I said, I know they got an episode out right now.
And I will say, Tori, the reviews of it have been good. Rotten Tomatoes is sitting like a 90 or something. So all jokes aside, it is getting good reviews, and we should check it out. Yeah. So we probably will.
Yeah, don't let them treat it like they did Ironheart and just let it sink. Let that ship sink.
No, and Tori, I do agree with you that the promotion for Wonder Man does feel lacking. Because the fact that Joe and Asia have never even heard of this series, how was the MCU?
Listen, the only time I saw trailers for it was when I was on Marvel Rivals and I went to Times Square and they would have it playing on the Jumbotron, but they were also playing all of those will be returning for Doomsday trailers as well, playing in Times Square. But
that's cool.
Yeah, but like, why do I gotta go there to see the trailer? They should be promoting it. I haven't seen no online promotion of Wonder Man, but I've been seeing hella Doomsday trailers and all that other stuff. So I feel like they've been underperforming with the promotion. But like I said, they did the same thing with Ironheart. And
like a low promotion.
Yeah, it was like, well, we'll throw a trailer out here and there, but like, it's no Avengers, so we're not gonna focus on it. Like that's how I feel like they've been doing it.
Okay.
I actually agree with Tori. No, I really do. I think that is the case. So.
Funny, they say Sergeant Venom says they nerfed Thanos in the movies, and even still, he still wasn't matching Darkseid, so it is what it is. Fired on Your Day Off says, let's do a day where we watch 1 hour of One Piece. You barely get through an episode and a half, bro. This still wouldn't crack a 10.
I think we should do a One Piece reaction. Tori, by the way, Tori, I'm down to do like a start like from the beginning. Like
But we gotta wait 500 episodes before it gets good.
No,
that's what they said.
No. It gets good in the first arc. You know what I'm saying, right, Tori?
Listen, I liked it from day one.
The first frame.
Wait, why does he remind me of that old Long Beach Griffey sketch that he did of Drake fans when they hear a new Drake album? And it's like literally the minute they heard the first note, they're already calling it fire.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, yeah, that has been our show, guys. Appreciate y'all rocking with us for 3 hours. We had damn near like 40 people in here across. We had like 41 people in across platforms. Actually, probably like close to 45 if we include IG.
Hey.
So appreciate y'all. We got more clips coming, more videos coming. We'll be back with the stream in another about 2 weeks or so. But in the meantime, we'll definitely have more content and clips up.
There'll be plenty to talk about coming up because word on the street is that the new Michael Jackson full trailer is supposed to be dropping next week, reportedly. Of course, like I said, we're getting closer to the release of all these games and movies that we really want to see and watch and all that good stuff. So there'll be plenty more to talk about.
Any movies dropping in February we care about?
Yeah, anything we should go see in theaters so we can react?
We haven't done a reaction stream in a second.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, peace out, Fired. Appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for everybody coming in.
Yeah.
Fired on the Day Off. You know what? I thought in New Year, I thought you would get that hate out your heart.
First off,
See, it ain't
Tori,
gonna
after what you've been saying about mint chocolate ice cream, I'm gonna need you to chill. Don't talk to nobody
Mint
about
chocolate
hate.
ice cream
Don't
belongs
talk
in
to
the
me
trash.
about hate. Asia, don't talk to me about any bad comic book movies. David,
Spider-Man
don't talk to me
3
about
is goated.
That's crazy.
I will stand on it.
After what y'all called me earlier, I don't want to hear nothing about no hate.
Damn, Sergeant Fender says, later, my furry dude and the dudette.
Wow, that's insane. That's insane. All right, peace out, y'all. Tori, you can close us
Later.
out.
Later, everybody.
Catch y'all later.
Later.